Because it was like ableist, so they were like, okay, we shouldn't have it be called that. Which was funny because it's a classic example of Twitch doing that, and then blind people being like, I didn't really think it was ableist, but okay.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, corporates, baby. It's corporations, yo. Alright,
So if you can hear super aggressive clicking from me, I'm like working on something on my other monitor.
no
But if it's
problem.
annoying, like I'll stop.
Your mic is not picking it up.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. If you had never told me, I wouldn't have known.
Okay.
You guys good if I put us live just while we wait, and I'm gonna like tweet and stuff like that? Alright.
Yeah.
Your stream says you're already live.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. I did ask after pressing the button and then realized I hadn't asked.
I was just confused. I thought there was a glitch or something, but it's totally fine.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
good with whatever.
One of my assignments for school is we have to model this like stool,
Uh-huh.
like a real stool from IKEA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bob just sent us a PDF of the instruction manual.
Oh my
That's so
god.
funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm like, this is actually like, yeah, very helpful.
That's so good.
You know what?
I have no
I bet that did not
idea
sound.
how to do this too.
I closed it like.
Maybe like 40 minutes before we like went live, I got back from voting.
Nice.
It took a bajillion years because for whatever reason, my polling station normally is like every other year has been in a mosque that's like literally around the corner from my apartment. But for whatever reason, this year they changed it so our polling station is like downtown in like Budweiser Gardens.
Classic. That's what my dad had that too. He had to go. Was it at the like public library downtown, or like downtown London?
No, I was at like Budweiser Gardens, like the.
Yeah, it's like right there. Maybe that's just my dad just would think of the library first. There's a library right there.
There's a library.
It used to be called the Galleria Mall. I don't know what it's called.
No, it's the same
Oh,
area.
sorry, real quick, not to interrupt, but
Like
thank you for the follow, all Odie.
Ooh, hello.
Much appreciated, my
Maybe you're
friend.
talking about the library. We'll stop.
No, you're
Maybe
good.
sure.
You're really good. I just
Yeah, no,
it just rolled in.
It was in the like the state, like the hockey arena.
Yeah.
Downtown.
That's weird.
And-
It's a weird location.
Yeah, especially the fact that like why are they sending us downtown when it's also like King Street's under construction? Like there's no concrete on King Street right now. It does not have a surface. It is dirt. Why did they do this? Also, like the single most disorganized thing I've ever experienced. Like none of the volunteers knew what was happening. I felt so bad for them.
Damn, dude, my voting experience was like 1 minute in and out, done and done. Did not wait in a line.
It was so easy. I did early voting though, because I thought that.
I voted today at noon.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna be super busy. It was like at lunch. They were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
do you have your voting card, or like, do you need us to like figure you out or whatever?" And I was like, "No, I have my voting card." They were like, "Cool. Do you have a pen?" Because they asked us to bring pens. They put out a letter that was like, "Hey, can you just like bring a writing utensil because COVID?"
Yeah.
You know, yada.
Oh, they gave us like those little golf pencils, like those mini golf
Mm.
ones.
Like just
Yeah,
that would make
Just,
sense
like,
too.
They had like a bucket when you left that you could put them in.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. That
I don't
makes
know what they were
sense.
gonna do with them. I kept mine.
See, they told us to take ours. Like they were like made us take it.
I guess everybody does it differently, but
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. See,
exciting.
the thing that was wild though was like I went to a different polling station because Isaac's polling station was different than mine. And his took like 5 minutes.
Yeah, mine took 5 minutes
mine took like 15 minutes in all. And like did not know what the hell was happening. It was chaos.
That sucks.
I mean, I'm glad it's done. I'm just very tired now.
Shadows may die twice, but there can only be one piece. Welcome to the stream, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
I'm like pretty sure Eric's at work right now too, which is extra.
Hey,
Dedication.
I love a dedicated pig.
This sucks. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm also about to drive and then vote, but I just wanted to pop by and say hello. Well, hello, and have fun.
Welcome.
voting. And
Thank you for
chill.
exercising your civic right and duty. Have fun. Keep the little golf pencils if you get them over there too.
Yeah.
No
Dude,
pencil. No
I
pencil
swear.
like a golf pencil.
I know, they're like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
I'm obsessed with this. This looks great.
This intro
Oh,
cinematic.
Yeah, like, this is gorgeous.
This is our. Well, my camera's super in the way of this, but this is the.
iPod. Oh, you go.
No, I was just gonna say this is this game is set in like the Sengoku era, or like the Warring Kingdoms era is also kind of known as, in Japan, where everyone is trying to become the leader of the country. And the country was split into like I think it's like 14 or 15 factions. Extremely violent, like horrible. One of the worst civil wars as far as like. Oh, and then that's where chat is. Gotta move chat now. Yeah, it was like a horribly violent and like not that like most wars are not like
Just
that.
particularly bad.
Yeah. Especially considering like the tools they had to wage war, it was like surprisingly lethal.
Yeah.
I think Japan lost like. I want to say the statistic is something like 42% of its population during it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
It was just so much.
devastating.
It's basically because there's so many different groups of people that like every time you had to raise an army, it was like you're just like everyone's like a child,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like like the longer the war goes, like
The
was a whole
younger
thing.
the combatants.
So those two like samurai that were dueling are two like very well known figures in the Sengoku era, and then Sekiro pied dice. Oh, I get it. Dice twice. Welcome, Bryn. How are you? By the way, I think you can set the game into English, but by default it's in Japanese. I'll probably just keep it Japanese. The story's not like super important. I think it's cool that it's like primary language,
Yeah.
even overseas, is Japanese. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think we're also like speaking over it anyway. So
Exactly.
like, if somebody wants to like really like I don't know actually like engage with the story and ignore us, they can at least read.
It's
Yeah,
late. I was
different
watching
title.
Squid Game. Oh yeah. I'll
I
pretend I
remember
know
Cephalopod.
which game you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, so this is like a From Software game, like Bloodborne or Dark Souls. But it's very much more story focused. The new Netflix show is fire. Sounds good. I'll take it out. I'll check it out.
Could I ask you to move your mouse? I don't know if that's just in the Discord.
Oh
or
yeah,
if
it would just be in the Discord, but absolutely I can move it.
that's- Okay.
Absolutely, no problem at all. It's good there.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Thanks.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, so this thing, I'm gonna give it like, it's like a soft content warning. I don't think this game is like especially more violent than like normal violent video games. But there is like, there's a lot of blood, and one of the main things about this game, one of the main mechanics of this game, is the use of a really early version of a prosthetic. Which is like bone and straw and some other stuff.
Yeah.
And they upgrade it by like grinding into it, and it's kind of a gross noise. You don't really see anything, but like I'm just gonna throw out like a general warning of like, hey, if you're like a little squeamish, I'll try to bring it up when it happens, but like it happens a lot. So like, no problem if you're like a little freaked out by that kind of thing, but it's not like gory. Like, I mean, it's not like you don't see like the entrails of a person. It's just like blood streams and.
I feel like this game has been out for quite a while, so I'm sure if anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some good like content warning.
Yeah.
Websites.
If you are looking for a website for content warnings, check out Does the Dog Die? They have a content warning for literally everything.
Do
Yeah.
they do?
I don't know if they
is that
do
on, like,
video
films,
games.
though? think
I
that's just
will check.
movie.
I will check right now.
But yeah, so to talk about the game like a tiny bit, just so that people kind of get what's going on, especially if you played like I feel like it's actually easier to like understand what's going on if you haven't played Dark Souls before. In some ways. Oh fuck.
Does the dog die?
Okay, great.
Okay. Maybe you could just drop that in the chat.
Yeah, I will. Andy, are you able to do it?
Yep, I'll do it now.
Perfect. I know nothing of this game. Game called Die Twice and you haven't even died once yet. Weird champ. Yeah, I mean, don't. That statement won't be true for long. Especially because like you start with no health. That's kind of like the whole thing about the intro. But so if you haven't played a Dark Souls game, it's actually a little bit easier to understand what's going on in this game because this game has like a lot of mechanics that are not true for any other Souls game. There's like stealth in this game, as well as like instant kills. As well, like other Souls games, there's kind of like checkpoints. In my head and maybe in the chat command, I think I just call them bonfires because that's what they are in Dark Souls. But in this game, I think that they're just like a shrine that you pray to.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if you die, you get reset to the last checkpoint that you visited. Because there's also like a fast travel. This game and other Souls games kind of do like a levels kind of thing, where you're working your way through areas. But this game, hence the title Shadows Die Twice, you have like a resurrection mechanic. What's interesting is that the resurrection mechanic is like meta, like it's in the game, it exists in the narrative. This young boy who's giving us our sword, Kusabi Maru, he is the Emperor of Japan at this point, because his father and his father was killed. And so the divine bloodline that goes through the emperors in this game gives them the ability to kind of have their servants resurrect. But it's given to them by like this kind of like it's called the dragon's blood. But the more you use it, NPCs in the world will get something called dragon rot, which essentially means that you cannot interact with them because they're so like they're choking and coughing all the time.
Oh.
So the more that you die, you are like punished for it in like a narrative sense, even if you're not punished for it in a gameplay sense. There's like some side quests you can't do. There's a way to cure the dragon rot as well. That's like not super hard to get, but it kind of sorry, I'm trying to learn all the controls again real quick. I played this game before, but it's been a long time. Okay. Then we have the talk button, which I think is also the attack button. But yeah, so we get the healing gourd. Yeah, that's important. Gotta bring that. So the kind of idea here is that they don't want you to just like brute force levels by like going all aggressive no matter what and like never blocking. Yeah. This game, Dark Souls, if you've ever seen Dark Souls, you'll see people like rolling around a lot around bosses. Yeah. It's kind of like a well-known thing about the game.
Yeah.
This game has a dodge, but it is more about you have two health bars technically. There's posture and there's health. If you break someone's posture and hit them with an attack, you instantly kill them.
Ooh.
So you'll see kind of what that looks like here. This little red button will appear. There's your fountain of blood, Zoe. You can see it right here. There's a lot of blood in this game. I'm trying to remember what the dodge button is. Is it square? Circle? Circle. You can also like deflect projectiles, and you have a posture as well. And so this game is really about like parries. You have to time the block button to when their attack would connect to parry.
Okay.
But it does a ton of posture damage. As well, hitting their block also does posture damage.
That's super interesting. So it's just like all about like risk and timing.
Yeah. Very offensive heavy fighting system.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
So you can see like when I'm getting these perfect parries, I'm just immediately killing them with one attack if you hit that.
I love that. I like rewarding, like if you are skilled enough, it rewards you.
Yeah, and all the bosses are built around this mechanic. Whether they ignore it or don't, they're built like thinking about it.
I love that.
So we're definitely gonna die to this boss, but I will show you like kind of this is what like a mini boss encounter kind of will. Maybe I could beat him. I don't know. I've beat the game before. I could probably beat him, the first mini boss like a first try. So bosses, if you look at the top left, you'll see they have like those two little red orbs. That means that how many times they can be instant killed before they're actually dead.
Okay.
So you don't just like one hit bosses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you can like you know
quick.
yeah, and like outside of most bosses in the game, not true for all of them, but outside of most bosses of the game, you don't have to deplete their whole health bar.
Okay.
You are trying to keep them. The only thing though is that if you let an enemy rest, their posture will refill.
Okay.
So you don't want to just like play it super defensive or like just only go for like blocks on certain attacks that you know the look of.
Yeah.
Because that
like you have to risk.
exactly. Like Dark Souls games, the level design is made to fuck you up and kill you.
Yes.
For example, this little dude, he does almost no damage, but if he sees you, he'll attack you, and you'll fall off the cliff and you'll die.
Shit.
So that's like the first early one where they teach you that the level design's out to get you, basically.
Yeah.
And to like
love
not
that.
trust, like Dark Souls. Every Dark Souls game, every Soulsborne game is what they call them now.
Yeah.
They are made to make you like watch corners.
Yeah.
This
I love
when
game developers like make you on edge of the world around you.
Yeah, this is that for sure. As well, this game. This is just the prologue. We're gonna get through this little bit, and then we'll kind of start the game proper. But one thing that I think is really interesting is as you progress the story, the whole game takes place over a day. So, like it starts with like very sunny out, and then it's kind of sunset, and then it's night, and at night you finish the game. I think that's really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, which is cool too because it means that the light level never like affects your stealth. So you have to worry about like like oh there's a torch in this room, and I'm not gonna be able to like sneak or whatever.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm not very good at stealth mechanics in games. I'm really impatient.
Yeah, I feel that.
But we will try because there's some areas that are just made to fuck you up if you are ignoring the stealth. So, all I know is Big Monkey Boss is the worst. In my opinion, he's not the worst. He's definitely in the top 3, but there's a couple that are a lot worse than him in my opinion.
Yeah.
We also get like the really fun mechanic soon, which is this game, unlike Souls games, like a lot. Movement is like huge in this game. You can go crazy. You can like jump off walls. In most Souls games, you can barely jump. In this game, you get a grappling hook. You can jump up walls. You can do all this crazy shit. So we're gonna see that in a little bit here. This boss is a boss who canonically will beat us whether we deplete. I keep saying replenish and deplete at the same time. Whether we deplete his health bar or not, he will like canonically beat us here. This is how we lose an arm.
Okay.
But it's cool because you do fight him again later on at about what I would call like about the halfway point of the story. Maybe I guess maybe you could argue that it's like the end of the first third, but I think it's closer to like I don't know, 2/5 to the halfway point or something.
End of the second act.
Yeah, it's a lot. I guess it probably is technically the end of the first act, but like it feels more like the second act because the second act is like weird.
Yeah.
In that like there's not a lot of like this is like the first act is very like narrative driven and the second act isn't. It's just like go to areas and play a game. So yeah, that's I
sound effects.
oh it's super
great.
it's actually super useful too because if you get a perfect counter it's a different sound than if you get like a normal parry and you learn it really quick because it's super relevant.
I love like intuitive design like that because it's just like it's something you just reflexively pick up on. They don't need to like tell you it.
There's also if you ever see the red little kanji above someone's head, that is referencing an unblockable attack.
Okay.
Generally speaking, there's 2 types of unblockable attacks. It's either a stab or a sweep. We get ways to counter both, but they're unique and they're very different button inputs.
Yeah.
So you have to know. Like, you have to watch the animation and look. You can't just, like, mash the button that deals with the unblockable attack. Like, you have to wait.
Yeah.
which is very stressful. That's the big thing that this game does in combat is it makes you wait, which is really hard because you die so fast that you want to like hit the button early, but you can't.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the early game in this game is really hard for people that haven't played a lot of Souls games. Even I would say even people who have played a lot of Souls games, because a lot of Souls games, the beginning's like pretty easy. It's like most enemies die in like 2 hits.
Yeah.
You know, it's like pretty. You don't really have to block. This one, it's a lot tougher.
Yeah.
This is the sculptor. He's the guy that makes the prosthetic. He is probably one of my favorite characters and definitely one of my favorite character designs in the game. He's very. He has a lot of lore going on.
Love that. Love lore.
We love lore. I'll also point out that you can ban the revive mechanic until we get to a new checkpoint.
Oh.
For channel points.
That's just foul.
It's pretty mean, no doubt about it. Especially before we get big power increases. Oh, this game also ditched the Souls like currency in Souls games. This is the prosthetic, by the way. I think it looks fucking gnarly. I love it.
Yeah, that's fucking tight as shit.
It really makes you feel like it could have existed, even though it's maybe still a little over the top.
Yeah.
The arm itself doesn't look that bad, but it can transform into weapons and shit like that.
That's so fun.
It's really cool.
I love, like, speculative prosthetics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I saw this photo set. I think it was from, like, an article talking about this woman who she had a arm prosthetic, and she was an artist and would design different sort of alternative prosthetics, and it was showing one. It's like it was a tentacle prosthetic that she was wearing with like a poison ivy outfit, and just was like she could like wrap the tentacle around like a pillar.
That's really cool.
It was super fascinating and cool, and I was just like, man, disabled people are so fucking neat. Like, I just like, it's I love watching people do cool stuff. It's so fun.
This is also another cool NPC. He's like your training dummy, but he's been cursed to like not be able to die.
Oh shit.
And eventually you get the ability to kill things that can't die, and he asks you to kill him.
Set him free.
Yeah.
It's the exact same mechanic as Hades.
Yeah.
Or story, I mean. There's like a guy that
Scully?
can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably came out about like the exact same time too.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe Sekiro came out a little bit before, but like I think they're pretty close.
They're probably in development, like right around
Oh,
the same
definitely,
time.
because Sekiro or Hades was in early access, right? So it was like.
Yeah.
It was in early access for like a while.
Yeah. It was a long time. The grappling hook, by the way, in this game is so fucking fun. It is like the best grappling hook in a video game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Also, surprising no one, the game's like gorgeous. Every game's gorgeous now. It's just like doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I like see a pretty game and I'm like, wow, it's like every game now. It was crazy, but I mean, it's very, very, very pretty. You're up in the mountains, so it's like high altitude stuff. It's really cool. So yeah, anytime you see one of these, this is our bonfire checkpoint, sculptor's idol, whatever you want to call them. These blue kind of statues. Oh. But yeah, I'm honestly like, this has some I would say like this probably has my favorite sword fighting in a video game right now.
Yeah.
It's just so like it's very like movie sword fighting.
Yeah.
Of like blocking and striking and being blocked and like all that kind of stuff, but it's so dynamic and fun because of it.
Well, like,
yeah, you go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, I was gonna say a huge chunk of this, like the actual like animation, is based literally off of, like, they a lot of the like specifically the spray of blood thing, which I kept talking about, was part of the reason that was like my touchstone. Is that like that is like a specific like film. I'm not gonna be able to tell you what movie it's from, but
I know the one you're talking about.
yeah, it's gone from my head. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it is
samurai movie.
it is very, very like you can tell FromSoft's like art team is really, really like focused, I guess is the word I'd use. Because like everywhere you look with games that they make, like you can see where they're inspired by.
Yeah, it's like heavily researched and like
Oh yeah.
they're like intentional with their like where they're pulling references from. It's
Yeah, it's great.
accidental or something.
But yeah, I'm excited for this game. Like most Souls games, it has some just absurd bosses. Also, oh yeah, by the way, there's some dog enemies in the game. They don't come up often, but at the beginning we have to deal with them. So if that's really upsetting for you, I would just there's only like a couple. It's really not a big thing. There's no like boss. There's no dog boss, I don't think. So it's not like a super common thing. But yeah, just if that's really upsetting, I would you know.
Oh, also, Andy, speaking of the movie that I was watching the other night, that like I had you picked out, Ginger Snaps. Very good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm about a third of the way through.
Okay.
I will say, probably the earliest contender for a DoesTheDogDive.com film I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't even think the credits scroll was done yet.
Oh shit.
Before the credits scroll, it was like the cold open to the movie.
Wow.
Just like
the first thing that happens is a dog dies.
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
It's not even a spoiler because it like happens immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like reverse Marley
I
and
also
me.
was like, when I got like a part of to where I am now, I was like, I'm gonna actually have to not watch this movie right now. I'm gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
But it is a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like funny. It's not like
Oh, good.
It was more of just like a me thing. It wasn't like anything I
Yeah.
would necessarily like some of the subject matter is kind of heavy, but it like they're taking in a very like I guess kind of like dark humor in a way.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think for a lot of people it would be upsetting.
Okay.
I'm really interested by like this character. So this character hangs out with the sculptor for a while and then moves locations as like the game progresses. Her name's Lady Emma, and it's really interesting to me because like she has an explicitly like what I would refer to as like I guess European name or like white name. And I'm interested to like who she represents in history because I do think that there's probably like a specific reference that they're going for.
Yeah.
With like a game that's like very she's the only character. Technically there's 3 characters in the game who are specifically not from Japan. And it's really interesting because some of them like I think she's the only one that speaks Japanese or at least speaks it fluently. And so I'm like I'm interested that that's like her character. I'm interested to know like what the design reference is for her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. That'd be really interesting to look into. I bet you like the art book for this game would be like incredible.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
the
yeah.
amount of like stuff you could like see of like where they were drawing your inspiration from would be so fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to start collecting art books someday when I have money and space to store books.
That would be my my Jeff Bezos. Like if you had Jeff Bezos money, what would you do? I'd buy every fucking art book. Like every single art book.
The thing I was gonna say, this will not probably help with your storage space problem, but like depending on the used bookstore, but like if you're ever in Toronto for any reason, like B&B, like I didn't really realize this because they separate out like the books and the music and the videos.
Yeah.
And the B&B are in separate sections, but like if where the movies are, they have a lot of like movie books.
Okay.
And I found like a whole bunch of art books there for like quite cheap. Like I found one for it was like a Aardman animation, like stop motion.
Okay.
Art
Oh, that's
just,
really
like,
cool.
From their studio in general, like Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, and a bunch of different movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And they it was $12.
Tight.
For like a full, it was.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know I really want to get some like mermaids and stuff because we've got like our bed frame's got this little like space just underneath it where we can like perfectly fit some like flat Rubbermaids to store stuff. We just have to get them.
Nice.
And I'm like, I feel like this is like the sign that I'm becoming like an adult human. Is like I'm super excited to be able to afford Tupperware at some point, so I can get a nice Rubbermaid for under my bed.
That's there's a great bit in like the only recorded stand-up that Donald Glover has for comedy. I think it's for Comedy Central, but he it's called Weirdos, the special. It's on Netflix, I think. But he has a bit.
There's a lot of clips of it on YouTube. I've seen it like in bits and pieces that way.
Yeah, he was. So you might remember what I'm about to say, but he has a bit where he's talking about Home Depot, and he's saying like if you ever, as an adult, like go like, oh, like look at that knob, like your dreams are fucking dead. Bury your childhood, like it's over. Like you're just not a kid anymore. You don't get to call yourself that. Like you're just a grown up now. Like
I will say, I feel secure in saying, look at that knob in a Home Depot because I did that as a child, but that's mostly because I have a magpie brain and I just want to collect them and put them in a box.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can get away with it because I don't actually want to put them on any doors because that requires effort.
Yeah, no, I think he's more talking about like, we can get a new knob.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you're good. You're in the clear there.
Yeah.
So I will say, I do not think I'm looking at it, and Emma is not like a universal name. It's just in the localization.
Oh, interesting. That's such a weird localization choice then.
The name, I'm not going to be able to like read it.
Okay.
It is visually like the way that they've like kind of like phonetically spelled it out in English is like EMA. So like similar to Emma.
Oh, okay, interesting. I guess that would make sense then for localization because you'd be like, EMA would be weirder than Emma actually. I love this lady. She goes, "Is that you, my son?" He says, "I'm not my son," and she goes, "There you go again, my son." And then he says, "I think you're senile," and she says, "You're always teasing me about thinking I'm senile." And you're like, "Okay, I guess this is just the conversation we're having now." I guess I am your son for the rest of this conversation.
Like, fully destroyed, like there's no roof on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like this is.
The thing I did really love about Bloodborne is the people who were just kind of like still like in their house, like the kind of world, and you're like, yeah, things have gone to shit, my friend.
Yeah, no, it's. Things are past. Like, we're not really having a conversation about like maybe we can keep this up. Like, we're just, it's over.
Yeah, like.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Whatever you've got.
So there's a dude with like a Mulan style cannon that's like basically mortar fire. It's a problem. I'm gonna be honest. Oh god. Yeah. We gotta hit it up. I haven't died yet, and now it's like pressure's on to not die ever. My brain's like that's not possible, but my heart's like maybe it is.
Dare to dream, Dylan. Dare to dream.
My brain is the Goliath, and my heart is David. I'm like, you know what? Maybe. See, they're like, hey, dumbass, you didn't dodge right. Do you need us to pull up the dodge tooltip again? I'm like, no. You know what? It's this guy's attacks are super delayed. Oh god, he's gonna kill me. Oh god. Yeah, I know. I can heal. I could heal. You're right. Okay, thank god. There's some cool like things that are like always true about the world, like. For example, all the people that use these giant cannons have like huge bandage wraps from being burned, like all over.
Shit.
Yeah, like they always have that, and I just think that's really cool.
That's really interesting.
So you have like in classic Dark Souls and Bloodborne fashion, you have a healing item that's like, actually this wasn't true for Bloodborne. So just for Dark Souls and this game, you have like a healing item that kind of heals you, and you only have like a limited use number of uses per like checkpoint basically. And if you rest at a checkpoint, it like resets so that you can't just like heal forever. So there's like every time you take damage, it's meant to be like a cost to it.
Okay.
When you're exploring and trying to figure out where to go in the level to find the boss and stuff like that. And like if you rest, you get all your healing back, but all the enemies respawn.
Okay.
So you kind of have to like perfect the level in a way.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes harder than it sounds. Sometimes it's easier.
Yeah.
This is the first, what I would say is like a hard mini boss. I would say this is likely our first death coming up.
Okay.
I mean, I believe in me, but also like, whew, this guy's a son of a gun.
Oh, I guess there's. I totally lost my train of thought. Never mind.
You're good. You're good. Hi, bud. Yeah, he's starting already, huh? I didn't realize that he would start. But yeah, basically, this dude's the mini boss, and he's chained up, and you're like, oh, I can just go hit him for free, and then he unchains, and you're like, oh, fuck my life. Okay, he's coming any second now. Yeah, there he is. Hi, buddy.
For free.
And then trade deal. You hit me for free. I get. Don't worry about it. Haha.
Don't worry about it.
Ah, he got me. That does a lot of damage. That's all my.
It's so fun though.
It's a very. Oh god.
I love in games when it's like the attack is like a thing that you are not expecting. Like it's not like he's just gonna hate you. He like picks you up and suplexes you. Like,
And then
no,
he picks you up, suplexes you, and then throws you.
Yeah.
You got me again. You son of a bitch! You got me. Is this the revive tutorial, or are we not there yet? No, we're not there yet. Okay.
You're just dead.
No, this is it. And then, so when you die, you have like a set amount of time where you can press R1 to resurrect. And then they're like, resurrection. Ah! Don't hit me, please. This, oh, he does the double drop. I forgot he does the jump drop kick.
He really is a wrestler.
Like he actually is just a wrestler. He's even blonde, so he's like vaguely, he's like vaguely American because he's like blonde hair, or like European again. Oh yeah, he got me big time.
Different than what I remembered.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's been doing some fucking lifting.
Yeah. Some stuff's happened to him.
Yeah, he's recently,
yeah,
man.
he's kind of gone off the rails. Like a lot.
They really gotta talk to him.
He can't even see the rails anymore.
No.
He's out there.
He has interesting choices in necklaces.
He's really wearing like a stockade on his neck, huh? Yeah, he's talking to his agent. I don't know about the optics of that.
Deadass talking about Hulk Hogan.
Deadass thought it was a toilet seat. I could not tell what it was, and I just assumed it was a toilet seat for some reason.
I think it's a stockade. I could be wrong.
That makes way more sense than what I was. No, it is. No, that's absolutely what it is. I don't know why I thought it was a toilet seat.
I love how they tied him up to that little thing, and they're like, this will...
That'll hold him. That'll do it. Yeah, these enemies later on will become a lot more common. Like, they won't be mini bosses. They'll just be like in encounters and stuff, as games want to do. Oh god. Okay, almost didn't make that one. Oh.
Watching this guy jump around is so fascinating.
This game makes it so tight. Oh god, he went for a second kick. He went for a third kick.
Watching him just like duck and juke beneath his legs is like harrowing.
Okay, we got him. Okay, so we gotta kill him again now.
Whoa.
Yeah, the wounds that enemies suffer in this game. Oh! Sorry, I couldn't hit him for a second. I'm very vocal while I play this game. Like, I'm just gonna be dead ass with you guys. Like, I'm gonna be fucking screaming while I play this game sometimes. Like, I just... Okay.
You're totally good.
Alright, that's okay, that's okay. Oh, I also did die. I'm not gonna count a resurrection as 2 deaths. I'm just gonna count it as 1 death. It just feels like more work. Yeah.
It's a mechanic.
Yeah. Game over is like what we're really trying to do.
Yeah.
No. God, the pile driver. The people's elbow, dude. Do you smell what the rock's freaking cooking? Don't do it. Oh, no! No. Get back down, Sekiro!
What? Dylan!
Ah, he's respawning me! I thought they were gonna kill me.
God, wait, how do I clip?
No!
It looks like a clap. I found it. And then, yeah.
No! Don't do it, dude! Leave me alone! Okay. Hit him with the ah! Oh! Hey! Okay. We're living. We got a prayer bead. So there is the way you get more powerful in this game is by beating bosses, so that they can kind of like track your progress and make it so that it's not like you're never like, I have to grind for this boss. You're just like always about as strong as you're supposed to be. I guess realistically you're always a little bit weaker than you're supposed to be. But yeah, so mini bosses will often drop things called prayer beads that like once you get like, it's like a heart piece. It's like once you get enough of them you increase your stuff. How the fuck do I, oh god, I don't remember how to play this game sometimes. How do I get skills? Do we know yet? No. Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe there's a tutorial coming up. Yeah, that took me 3 hours the first time I played this game. What we've done just now. In 42 minutes.
Oh my god.
There was like a thing for a really long time, like with Eric's PlayStation, because I had downloaded Dark Souls on it.
Yeah.
And like, so obviously he could see my progress, and like for a very, very long time I was stuck at 1%. And he was like, are you like not playing it, or like is it really hard? And I was like, there's a third option.
I mean, in fairness, like if it's your, especially if it's your first Souls game, the beginning's really hard.
It's really hard. When I finally got to like 2%, he literally was like, "Oh my god, you've done it!"
Okay.
So important. He was so excited. I'm like, this is worse.
It's worse that you're so hyped about me getting past 1%. Ah, there's a gunman. There's a gunman. Oh my god, there's 3 people over here. I don't need this.
Everyone's got guns.
So the thing about this game that's a little bit harder than most Souls games, like most people would agree that this game is easier than most Souls games, like especially at like the midpoints.
Yeah.
The thing that's harder about this game is that it's really hard to deal with multiple enemies.
Yeah.
Because the whole game is kind of around like blocking and parrying, and it's really hard to counterattack when you.
That made sense, because like this character probably was not trained to fight multiple enemies at least.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? Like, and like the way you get better is by reading like tutorials on combat and stuff, like literal like writing on it.
Yeah.
And like there is some writing, like very little, but there is some writing about how to fight multiple people, and he like that does improve it. But like, yeah, it's exactly what you're saying. Like the training is just not there for combat against like, you know, fucking 8 people at once. Ah! I was like, I'm gonna hit my L1 button, and then the game was like, stop! Sorry, I had to do it again. Don't do that! Oh, fuck. Oh, God. This is funny because they're like, this area, I would say, like, realistically, you're not meant to fight this boss at this point in the game. Like, you can. Like, I don't think he's so hard that you, like, could not beat him unless you're, like, a god.
Yeah.
But I think the intention here is to put a really hard enemy after the first really hard enemy to be like, hey, maybe you should try the stealth. Because the Souls games, like, it just was not a thing. Like, there's just no such thing as stealth. Enemies see you instantly. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a good... you got me there. He said, I'm going to jump and slice down, and I ran backwards. And you know what? That's not how you dodge that. I think we can do it, though. I did revive... Oh, so that's the other thing. You can technically revive multiple times, but the way it works is if you die and you revive, you're locked out of your second revive unless you, like, execute an enemy by getting those, like, posture breaks and doing an instant kill move. So you can't revive against the same enemy multiple times. But if you're, like, exploring and stuff and you use your revive and then kill other enemies and then die later, they'll let you use the second one.
Okay.
Hi, Liam.
Hey, Liam.
Hello.
How's it going, bud?
Hello.
Yeah, I know. It's been a little bit since this last stream. Playing Sekiro. It's hard. You know how it is. Ah! I thought you were gonna be like, he's so strong. Whoa. Whoa, 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 he's... Ow! Sometimes, like, a random enemy will, like, launch, like, 7 attacks at once against you, and you're like, geez, oh, okay, there he is! It's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you for... Oh, God. This is what I mean, when you got multiple enemies and your guard's breaking and you just don't know what to do. Oh, okay, I'm already dead.
There's another one.
No, it's
He just,
over.
like, walked around the corner so calmly. Like,
That's too bad.
hello. I've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Is that there is a big friendly snake? Agree to disagree on how friendly he is. That big friendly snake. I disagree, you know? I disagree. We're gonna see him soon. He's pretty early in the game. I would say we're probably almost definitely we're gonna see him today.
Is he a small, mean snake?
No, he's quite big.
Okay.
He's just not a friendly guy.
Okay.
It's really against what you're doing. Being a human
I mean,
in his
just
space.
with, like, existing as a human?
Yeah. He does not have a team. He's just like, fuck you.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, who hasn't been a giant friendly snake in a fucking canyon and been like, stop coming here, humans, and humans just won't fucking stop coming there, and you're like, okay, you know what, if I'm gonna have to take matters in my own, you know, snake hands that don't exist.
That's basically the same as, like, trying to have a nap and people won't stop interrupting you.
It's true.
It might as well be the same thing.
It's basically, they're basically synonyms. It's like poetry, they rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Mr. Potbanger.
It says that, like, all the time.
It's the funny George Lucas quote.
It's
I feel like that's the only... I feel like it's the only reason he says it, and the only reason I say it is because it's the funny George Lucas quote of like, wow, it's so deep, but then it's like, wait, it's not that deep. They're like, George, they're like, George, why are your movies the same fucking movie? And he's just like, it's like poetry. And they're like, okay.
Honestly, though, that's kind of like one of those things where, like, it sounds very stupid, but it's also kind of like, oh, yeah, actually, you know, I kind of like...
Yeah, okay, like, I guess technically it's...
Okay.
Oh, I don't have the Makiri counter. Sorry, there's a counter later on that we get where I could have dealt with that attack. My volume just goes up if I get attacked.
And I'm sure you would be that friendly as a guy with a sword.
Okay. Hit me with a quick 1-2. You always expect it in boxing. You never expect it in the Samurai Showdown. Whoa! Every single time they do an unblockable attack, I scream. It's just like, I guess I can't do anything about it. Whoa!
A flaw that I have realized pretty quickly in my plan here is that I have a window that I can't move it anyway. I have a window that I wanted to be on my other monitor. But you're on my other monitor. But I don't think I can move it anyway because my other monitor is on max and I can't change it right. Anyway.
Whew.
So different. And the reason is that I don't know what the reason is that it's not letting me.
That's very fair. I also technology is a strange
The reason is that
beast.
I can't troubleshoot.
I cannot be as a troubleshoot. Hey, it's snake time, believe it or not. Well, I'm sure you wouldn't be friendly with a guy with sword approach you. Sorry, I didn't understand the context of why you were saying that, but now it's funny. We're gonna go. So every once in a while, for our gourd, we have our healing gourd, our gourd of healing water. Every once in a while, we get a gourd seed. That means if we go give it to Emma, Emma lets us use our gourd more times between checkpoints.
Ooh.
Really useful.
that.
Every single time you get a gourd seed, you're like, I gotta go give Emma the gourd seed. What's their name? The giant snake? I don't think they have a name. I think they just eat things. Like, I think that's it.
That's fair.
I think
Honestly,
that's-
it's
I
an
think-
honest living.
I honestly don't even know that it would know its name. But if you want, you can call him Manda. What do you think that's a reference to? You guys have to guess. Manda the snake. What do you guys think? What if I told you it was Naruto?
I was gonna say genuinely, but I was like, I don't even need.
What if I told you it was Naruto Uzumaki?
I was just really trying to figure out if that was derived from Anaconda.
No. no, that would be smart. This is just Naruto.
I see you with
Trying to make
your
sure.
weak shit.
Discord's a little quiet, by the way. All right, roger that. Thank you.
Be louder. Because I don't know why I'm saying it like it's not me.
Yeah.
Be louder, myself.
Okay. They should be good now, I hope.
Beep bop. Make noises so the people can hear.
Meet mop.
Hello.
Meet more.
Bop, bop, bop.
So, okay. I think you guys are gonna like the snake. I gotta say, he's
I
a
mean,
pretty cool snake. Like he's
if
when I say he's big, by the way, I'm not talking about like he's like 20 feet long or something. I'm talking he's like 1,000 feet long.
I love that. Love that for him.
Like this canyon exists because it's where he crawls. Hey, there he is.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed. It's just a snake.
Ah,
I
no,
love
I didn't mean
him.
to stand up. I didn't mean to stand up. I'm sorry, Mr. Snake. I'm sorry. I died.
Oh,
Hello, Noodle.
That was a good day.
I love that snake.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Oh my god, I want to give him a little hug.
A little hug and a little kiss.
Yeah, a little kiss on a little.
Oh, they're gonna give me a death tutorial? They're gonna tell me about how I am making people cough because I'm dying all the time? Damn it.
The game's like, have you tried being better? Okay.
Dude, the funniest thing in the world, in the middle of the game. Okay, like you're probably 10 hours into the game at this point. The young boy, you see him again, and he says, "How many times have you died, Wolf? Once? Twice?" And you're like, motherfucker, like 150 times.
So many times.
Like once? Are you insane? Everyone laughs about it. Like it's just like the funniest little thing. Like you're like, what are you
It's
thinking?
just like you were. It's just like such a naive like kid thing.
Yeah.
It's so. That's awesome.
And Emma is trying to stop the dragon rot.
Mm.
I will also say there's multiple endings to this game. Different people ask you around the 2/3 point to accomplish a different thing. And you can choose to go with whoever you want. And there's different final bosses depending on who you pick.
That's fun.
All the endings suck. They're very depressing.
Okay.
Things don't end well for these characters, but you know what? It's okay because at the end of the day,
Sometimes
that's
tragedies are fun.
that's just the way it goes. You know, thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great.
Even though they weren't so great.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that from a wise man
Why is it?
named Blink 182.
I don't know what the context is this, but it looks to me like the production quality was very reminiscent of like a Disney Channel original show.
Yeah.
So something along those lines. This kid.
No! Oh, it's not a real cliff.
There's a character who I'm assuming is like an in fiction, like a character who is being acted by Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
Yep.
But the kid just sees him and goes, Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's Fallout Boy!
And he's like, no, my name is whatever. And I don't know if it's like just a joke or if like he's actually playing himself pretending to not be himself or something. I don't know.
No, I
It was very
fell!
funny.
I fell again! Oh, this is just not a... I just keep falling.
It's not a day for you. I've noticed that you've died more than twice.
Shadow's definitely died twice. Noodle's nickname is Jormungandr. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. The world serpent, you know? He is, he's... I mean, I don't know if he's like... He's not that big. He's not like around the whole planet big. He's just
maybe
like...
maybe he's just a baby.
He's just like
Maybe
grand...
he'll get big.
I think we do find something out about how there was 2 at one point.
Ooh.
And this one ate the
Man.
other one or something.
That guy, can you imagine his like shed?
Yeah, well, we see it, so you don't have to imagine it.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's big. It's not small.
No.
Hey, boo boo, where's your
Hey,
skin?
woo-woo. It's skin time.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you very nicely to not see me as I run into that little tent. I'm gonna
his little mouth.
ask
His
so
little jaw
politely.
investing.
So politely. In the tent we go. Is a palanquin, actually. Little content warning if you don't like eyeballs getting stabbed is coming up right now.
As a kid, my mom like walked in the room while me and my brother were watching Harry Potter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, why, children, do you like this movie so much?
Yeah.
Because it was like the part where he stabs the roof of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were like, it's good.
It's just good. I don't know. It's just a good movie. It's good.
Don't tell you.
B+. Really happy with it. It's okay. Honestly, I feel like all the Harry Potter movies. Don't tell Ace I said this. I feel like all the Harry Potter movies are like just poorly made movies, except for 3.
Yeah.
Like Alfonso Cuarón actually made like a movie. Like I was like, oh, it's a movie, and then I watched the 4th one and I was like, fuck, he left.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not a bad thing to be a badly made movie. Badly made movies can be very fun. I like Marvel movies. They're not art. They're you know, they're like
It's okay to enjoy McDonald's-esque media.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just fun to have junk food.
Look, an action superhero movie or like a Harry Potter wizard. He's a wizard. Harry, all those kind of movies. Like it's like pizza. It's like the worst pizza is still pizza. It's might be cold, and the cheese might be old a little, and like the pepperonis might be a little thin. But like it's still pizza.
I don't know if you know this about me, but famously, like I only actually like good movies. So.
That sucks. I'm so sorry.
I've never liked uncritically acclaimed movie. I have pretty, I would say, prestigious taste in film.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
No
People
doubt.
look at my letterboxd and they're like, "This is the person that like this website was made
Oh.
for." Like clearly,
Right.
I, the average letterboxd user, agree with all of your opinions, and I'm like, "Thank you, I know."
Thank you. I'm aware that I am actually hosting the, essentially the new age version of the Socratic seminars in ancient Greece for film.
IMDb actually stands for I'm
You
the
got
boy,
it.
and it's me that is the one that they're talking about.
You're the boy from IMDb?
I'm from IMDb.
You're the IMDb boy? Oh my god, I had no idea.
It's IMDb is what it is. Not every movie needs to be a cinematic artistic masterpiece. You're right, but the ones that I like are. So
you know, Shawshank Redemption,
It's fine.
Oliver and Company. This is this is like, I love this boss. He is so cool. You fight him and the horse. He's super mobile. He's very easy, but I really like it. I really like this boss.
Yeah,
it's
really
very like
interesting.
cinematic because you're like,
Yeah.
he's like, his swings. He's just that's the other thing that Souls games love to do is every like boss enemy who's human is like a giant, like for no reason other than that, like they're a hero,
Yeah. I love that.
which I love. Which I don't want to say anything, Andy, but like if you can watch that artistic interpretation come through in the D&D campaign. That's all
Oh,
I'll say.
dude. Have you clocked the height that I put on the sheet?
Trust me. As hyped as you think you are is it's nothing compared to how hyped I am. It's I'm very excited.
I'm so fucking stoked, man.
I'm doing a D&D campaign that's like set in ancient Greece, Zoe. It's like myth stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited about it. I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Does anybody, I guess this is open to the chat too, is anybody interested in, I want to do like an October
Yeah.
game?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
got me.
That's my goal. I want it to kind of be like pretty consistent though, because I'm worried if I try to do like a story thing, and I've spent a long time on this story, and if I try to do it like too spaced out, people will get confused.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
Forget stuff.
Obviously the hardest part is trying to get like a consistent schedule from everybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, anytime I am a player in any campaign, I take I thoroughly take notes in any game I'm in, so like at the very least I will at least have stuff written down come the next game.
That is good.
So
I would love to play, but I'm like about to start a full-time retail job, and it's like my schedule will be different every week, so it's
yeah, that's
pretty
understandable.
I would if that's like the make or break for players, it's probably not me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if you wanted Isaac to play as well, he's also very free and open.
I am so not like,
Please don't.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to come up with a campaign or revamp space properly so I can run a game for all of y'all.
oh yes, look, we have a gem.
Hell yeah.
Before you commit, I actually was thinking what I might have to do is I might, before people play, get them to write down hard no's of things that I can't put in it. Because when I say Halloween, I mean I want it to be kind of scary.
Yeah.
But not I don't want to actually freak anyone out. So I was
yeah.
if there's
I'm
things
trying
that
to
can't be
I'm trying to make you get spooked out. I'm not trying to traumatize you.
yeah.
It's like the
So I
age
actually
old.
think that I might have people fill out an intake form.
Yeah, I can
if
if you want, Zoe, I can send you. I have a really comprehensive safety mechanics sheet that I have people.
Oh,
fill
that
out
would
most
be
of the time.
perfect. That would be really good.
I don't use it for every game, but it's the reason I don't use it for every game is because it's very comprehensive.
Yeah, my biggest thing is intense body horror, and okay, I can make some changes. Jeff. Don't worry about it. I'm backspacing some shit that I have written down. It's gone.
If anything, it's too comprehensive.
My
It's
main thing is,
really comprehensive. It's like,
My
how do you?
essay
It's like, dude, it's like, how do you feel about animals? How do you feel about a dog dying in the campaign? How do you feel about a cat dying in the campaign? How do you feel about a deer dying in the campaign? How do you feel about a bear dying in the campaign? You can answer no to all of these. How do you feel about a bird dying in the campaign? It's comprehensive.
I love that.
You need comprehensive.
You do,
Yeah,
for sure.
especially
Especially if you don't
It's
know the people you're playing with super well.
exactly. I
At this
wanna
point,
make
if I
sure
play a
you're
game with
okay.
James, I don't need to ask James about what he's good with. I'm just yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've played with
Yeah.
James. I'm aware.
Exactly.
But if I'm playing with someone I'm not as familiar with, or I've only played with them one at a time or something, I'm okay. Maybe I should give him a chat.
Also, I feel like you need to be really comprehensive. I think I've said this before. guys should know about me. I feel very strongly about like trigger warning, like the fuck out of everything, because I think it's better to err on that like side of
Oh,
safety.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like
not good.
I would much rather things be like have content warnings and stuff like that, so people can like curate their experience from an informed standpoint.
Help. Sorry.
Because like I don't know, there's nothing worse than like going to go see a movie thinking it's going to be one thing, and then there's like a single detail in it that is like super not within your wheelhouse of things you can deal with, and it just like fucks up your whole night.
Yeah, and like it does happen still occasionally.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, as much as you can avoid.
Yeah, exactly. And like, especially in like TTRPG, just like doing check-ins and stuff, especially when you have like it's particularly intense sessions, just like, I find like doing debriefs and stuff almost helps, where you just like check in with the player.
I think,
alright, how you doing?
a thing that also is kind of important to me, I think, for like a horror thing, like other people might feel differently about this, I don't want it to be super roleplay heavy. I think that's kind of dark for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
I don't want to have people be like, I want you to psychologically put yourself in the position of this person who is in danger.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of like, this is a game. Like, I know a lot of people don't like to play role-playing games like this, but like, I want it to be like a text-based thing.
No, like here's the thing, right? I think this is an example of like discourse swinging a little too far in the opposite direction of like where people are like, don't look at your move that's like attack and just say attack. Like, I think it's fine to play games, especially when you're dealing with sensitive subject matter, and be like, this is a game. Like, we're gonna play it like it's a game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is a table game.
That's kind of how I want to play it. Like, I want to be like, I don't want to cover anything that's gonna upset anyone or anything like that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want this to be like scary in the way that like it's a little bit scary to like watch somebody else play like a horror game.
Yeah.
Like, I want there to be a couple layers of separation. Like, I don't think I'm gonna include
You're gonna
like if there's imagery.
you want to
I'm not
get
gonna include any like graphic imagery or anything like that. Like,
you
want to
get the
be, like,
vibe
pretty-
of watching
Yeah.
a Guinea Dad Resident Evil Village stream.
Yeah.
We were like,
That's the level of, like,
I'm freaked out for
like, that's
him.
creepy. Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared for the Guinea Dad, but you know, for me, I know I'm okay.
The whole point of this is that what I'm saying, Jem, is that we can make it work.
Yeah.
I will take my deep abiding love for intense body horror, and I will fold it up into a little box and put it away for later.
I can see the box. Like the Thing is in there. The first Alien movie might be in there.
Oh, of course it's in there.
Hell yeah.
I also have a very strong affection for like alternative blood effects. Like, I feel very fond of the milk.
Have
from the
you
Alien.
seen like, not that it's like the best thing ever, but have you seen like how Danganronpa does blood
Yeah.
with like the neon pink?
Yes.
I really
Like the
like
hot
that. Yeah.
Did you? Were you there? I did like draw something one time, and I did like a
Yeah,
stylized,
I
like,
was.
very neon color.
You put it in the group
Like,
chat, I
oh,
think.
And then the next day, I think I also tweeted it too. I was like, I got so caught up in like stylized design. I lived in a world for a second where Danganronpa didn't exist.
This is so
Yeah.
funny. I would have loved to play Danganronpa on stream, but I feel like it's like, unlike most games I play, I feel like it's literally only good the first time you play it.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like there's no replay. I understand that there's like some technical like replay value, but like for me, it's like there's really like next to no replay value if you already
A
know
lot of
like
it,
who's
that's,
gonna
like,
die.
I feel pretty strongly about like I love spoilers.
Yeah, me
I
too.
find them Good. But like that was one thing that I watched a playthrough and I went into it blind, and I was like, if this had been spoiled for me, I don't think I would have cared.
It really is like I think it's less that it's like that's where the enjoyment stems from, and more like if you know they're kind of it really feels like a lot of work for nothing.
Yeah.
Where like some of the trials are
I
super
do-
long and like windy and like very like Oh, this person did this person. If you already know, it's just kind of like, okay, it's just not the same.
What is happening now?
Whoa. Oh, are you good?
I'm talking to myself, sorry.
Yeah, no, I knew.
I'm not. Okay. What am I doing?
Art, right?
Well,
don't do the thing where you go, well, it's technically art, but no. It's art.
No, I'm just like making a fictional ball bounce up and down.
I did that in I did a computer camp once, and they taught us like how to animate, like very basic.
Yeah, I don't know where my keyframes went though. They're gone. I didn't know that was possible. I lost them somehow. They're gone.
See, this is what I mean, by the way, when I say that this game teaches you to disrespect corners. Like, look at the look. You got one guy out in the fucking middle of the field hammering the grass, and then this dude's just sitting there, waiting for you to go up and sneak attack him, so that he can kill you first. Okay, wait. Oh fuck! I really fucked that up.
For Gem's like continuing like dedication to staying up to the middle of the night to watch climbing.
Honestly,
like,
good for you,
like
dude.
Every time I've spoken to them in the past little while, it's been like, oh, climbing.
Yep.
I have to stay up. I have to stay up at 4 a.m.
Don't. Okay. I get you. Yeah,
It's the world champion. No, I understand. Like, it's completely, I get why you're doing it.
This is the World Championships in all caps. That's so funny. There's a really shitty boss coming up, unless you have a certain ability, which we don't have yet. And this is it right here. Where do I get that thing? I think I buy it. I think that's what it is. I think I have to find a dude. I gotta find a man, a currency man. What are they called? Shopkeeper.
Currency man.
Currency man. Gotta find me a currency man.
Boy. Currency boy, give me stuff, please.
I think he's over there. I don't know, but I think he's over there. Is this a... Okay, the body just moved a little bit in the wind or something. Cool. Give me the ledge. Okay.
It started out as I love seeing strong women doing strong woman things, and then it turned into I have opinions about group setting and commentary. Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
Filtering on Friday, by the way, Jeff. I'm very excited. I haven't been in a really long time, but someone just invited me, and I was like, yes, I have to.
That's so cool.
I feel like we've been talking about it so much.
This is a cool...
So it's the climbing championships, though, that you're watching? Or is it the bouldering?
I like this because this is just like classic FromSoft like set dressing where like you just see a bunch of dead dudes outside and you're like, fuck.
Okay.
God damn it. It's like,
I imagine things will go well here.
Yeah. Okay, he does have the firecrackers. So there's a whole thing with like you lose some money when you die. So you can buy items that are called like coin purses to try and offset that because you don't lose your inventory. I don't know why I brought that up as like a teachable moment. That's about it. That's all there is to it.
I love learning information.
Hi,
I love having more knowledge.
It's information. And that's it.
Love it.
Okay. Robert's firecrackers. Thank you. Much appreciated, my friend. And then this dude's gonna be like, hey, by the way, I want you to go kill some rats. And by rats, he means spies. Another rat. This guy's so cool. I love him. Depending on the route you choose, this guy was the final boss. Classic FromSoft thing where they're like, hey, look, it's a guy who's going to teach you stuff, and then they're like, he's now going to kill you. I'm like, okay. Thanks. I appreciate that. I actually didn't want to live anyway. It's funny. I'm like trying to judge how far into the game I am by like where I watched my first playthrough of this game from like a YouTuber I watched. We're on like episode 11 of the playthrough. They're all like 30 minutes long. So we're doing good is what I'm getting at. We're doing good. Yeah.
You're saying that you're good at video games.
I'm saying that I've played this before.
You're
I'm a jamer.
You're a gamer?
Big jamer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Did you just start the game today? I did. We just started it an hour and 15 minutes ago. Excuse me, I need a new prosthetic. Oh shit, wild. Yeah, we're doing good. So this prosthetic, I would say like one of the most important ones in the game beside the shuriken, which is also the other one that you start with. The firecracker, also I don't know if you guys can really make it out, but like if you can see the animation when he switches it, I love the little like he like flicks his arm up and
spark.
Yeah, I love it. Anyway, yeah, the firecracker is good against stupid enemies. It scares them. So animals, ogres, kind of like brutish enemies who aren't like trained.
Yeah.
It's the explosions scare them and they increase the posture damage and they usually like lock them out of an animation that they're doing. The other weird one is it also works on spirits. So that'll come up way later. Unfortunately, there is a currency with which we use this item. So it's not like infinite. It's not very hard to get, but it's enough that like we can run out for a little bit. So that is a aspect to consider. I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. The other thing that's really cool is this game has an eavesdrop mechanic where you can like listen to enemies while they're just like big chilling, and it's very like if you know what's coming in the game. Oh god, yeah, that sucks. If you know what's coming in the game, it's very like spoilerish without being spoilery. It's like in hindsight, you're like, oh fuck. That's exactly the word I'm looking for. Hindsight. Oh, please. Okay. These guys are really hard to deal with because their hats are indestructible until you get another item later on. Hydrate. Okay, thank you, Gem. 1 second. 1 second. No. Alright, let's try firecracker. Oh no, there's dogs! Fuck. Just out of nowhere. With a steel chair. Oh, fuck. Oh god. Don't kill me. Don't. Oh! I have like 1 health. Okay. Ah, why are you attacking so much? Oh. I'm begging you. Oh. Oh, we got another res because we killed the dog. Let's go. You can't kill me, dude. Give up. Please. Ah. What? I've never seen that before. I had no idea you could do that. Oh, thank God. Okay. Then we can go back to the final boss and be like, we did it. Please. Money, please.
Money, please.
Money, please. Oh, fuck. That should have killed me, probably. Hydrate. Right. Thank you. Oh, it's also probably a good time to bring up. I also have a new channel points redemption reward. That is I'll tell a dad joke for 1,000 points. If that feels like something that you're interested in, you know, hey, it's an option.
There is.
Yep. Yep. Okay. You know. Sorry, Liam also got one. All right, so to the first one. How does a taco say grace?
Ow.
Let us pray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Wouldn't it?
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Why?
They'd crack each other up.
Okay.
The lack of reaction is the funniest fucking thing in the world to me. I mean, look, thank you for the points. I don't know what you guys were expecting. If you were expecting like comedy gold, I said dad joke.
Oh yeah, no, I was bracing myself for just how bad it would be.
Yeah.
Grown squared. Is that grown squared?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
I guess it's grown to the power of 2, I think.
I was like,
Grown
is that
times
squared
2?
to the
I can't.
power?
I actually can't see the symbol.
Power of 2 and squared are the same thing, just so you guys know. If you were wondering and curious.
I definitely was not present in math class when they taught us that. So thank you for the intel. That's great eats. I appreciate the information. Hey, actually, did you know that the power of 2 and squared are the exact same thing? Me and Andy? Whoa, what the fuck? The fuck are you talking about? Why do they call it different things? Yeah, so if you too want to lose 1,000 points to nothing, you can donate and I'll tell you a dad joke. You know what? I'll even give you a free one. Did you hear the rumor about butter?
What?
Well, I shouldn't tell you. It wouldn't be wise to spread it around.
Dylan? Oh my god. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, what's up?
See, my favorite. I hate dad jokes until they're about non-binary people dad jokes. 'Cause then they're the funniest motherfucking things I've ever seen.
Here's one. Okay, wait. Oh, you go first if yours is short. Cause mine's little.
No, you go first. I'm trying to summon it. I know it's there. I just can't
This
pull it
is
into my brain.
actually I got this off of our good friend James. Shared this off of a Tumblr blog by the name of Bad Jokes by Jeff.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Good one, Jeff. I clipped the first 2. Thank you.
Okay, so a man obsessed with trains finally steals one and immediately crashes it, killing several people. At the trial, the man is found guilty of multiple murders and sentenced to death. Before he faces his sentence, he's offered a last meal and asks for a single banana, which is given to him. The next day, when he's led to the electric chair, they pull the switch and nothing happens. There's never been a failure before, but you can't punish a person for the same crime twice. Kind of a flawed premise, but okay. So they let him go free. Within the week's time, Natcher, the man who was obsessed with trains, goes and steals another one. He doesn't care that he can't drive and that he has failed before. He's obsessed with trains and his only desire is to operate one. As before, he crashes it and kills several people, and again he sends trial to death, showing no remorse, only delight that he got to operate a train. His last meal request is a single banana.
Oh no.
As he goes to the chair, the executioner pulls a switch, but nothing happens, and he goes free again. The train-obsessed maniac, once more on the loose, wastes no more time in hijacking a third train and crashing it. This trial is really speedy because it already happened twice. When they ask for his final meal, he says a single banana, and they say, no, we're on to you now. We know all about the banana thing. We're not letting you escape this time. The guards refuse his request and instead serve him a standard last meal. The next morning, they stopped him with the electric chair. They pulled a switch and nothing happened. Did you give the banana? Give him the banana, demands the head guard. No, sir, he asked for the banana and we didn't give it to him, we swear, said one of the guards. Turns out the banana has nothing to do with it. He's just a really bad conductor.
Oh my god. Thank you for the subscription during that horrible joke.
I was like,
it's just that I love jokes like that are
like
also
so
not funny,
long
but
and
way
winding.
longer.
Yeah.
I feel like I just walked up a hill.
That's such a good way to phrase it.
Like I'm in a different place now, but it doesn't mean it was worth it.
I got up the hill, but I'm still like, damn, I really got to work out. This was fucking tough, dude.
Okay, here's my joke about it. All my non-binary jokes, all my dad jokes are non-binary jokes.
Okay.
What do you call? What does a non-binary prospector say?
Non-binary. I don't know what.
There's gold in them there hills.
It took me a second.
Yeah.
I like that
Okay,
one.
I've
That's
got
funny.
one. This one's a real dad joke in that my dad says it all the time.
Okay.
And the thing that is really important to understand for my dad jokes is that he will not wind up to a joke.
Fuck.
He will just say it, and then literally like as if he's telling you a normal story, and then at some point it will occur to you that this sounds fake. And near the end of the story, you'll be like, oh god, it's coming. And then it turns out the whole thing was a lie and he was just like winding up for a pun.
Right.
That's oh my god.
So this is the best one. And the last time he told this to my stepmom, who doesn't know when he's lying, and me and my brother can usually tell. And we were so pissed because she was like, oh my god, I didn't know this. And then, like, near the end, she didn't get the joke. So she was like,
my
oh,
god.
horrible. And we were like, no. So the story goes that every couple of months for work, I had to meet up with some clients down in the U.S., so that required us to drive across the border. And we would drive across the border, we'd go down, take the ferry, get off at Detroit, get off like at Michigan, drive down to Detroit, and like every once in a while, rather than drive down separately, we figured it would be faster if multiple people decided to drive together. So after a while of doing it and all kind of driving down separately, one of my dad's coworkers supposedly was like, I think we need to organize it so that we're going down together. Like, is anybody comfortable driving everybody else? What size car do you have? We have 5 people. And like, at this point, you're like, what the fuck is this story? Like,
Yeah.
tell me this. We have 5 people, so it has to be a van, like, and so-and-so has a minivan. Okay, cool. And then my dad starts getting really nervous because he has this thing where, like, he will go completely out of his way because he's so claustrophobic that, like, literally any overpass, anything like that, like, he can't stand the idea of there being something over his head. So, like, he has to go around so that he's staying in the open air. Like, he hates the idea of going underneath another road.
Right.
So, like, it's kind of inconvenient. Like, I don't know, you're crossing the border. There's always, like, occasions where, like, yeah, you're going to have to go through, like, some crazy intersections, some, like, crazy like infrastructure.
Yep.
So he like doesn't know how to say this, and everybody's talking about it. They're getting ready. Like it's the day before they're supposed to go down to the U.S. And he calls his buddy, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I really can't go with you guys. I have to drive down separately. I take a different route every time. I have this like phobia. It's really bad. Like I can't have anything over my head, and like the sound of cars driving over my head really freaks me out. Like I just don't like it." And the guy's like, "Oh, you never told me you had carpool tunnel syndrome."
Oh god.
Fucking abysmal. I need you to understand that this is like why I'm like unaffected by dad jokes. Because partway through, I'm like, whatever you say could not be worth it.
My dad will tell similar jokes. My dad would tell a similar joke, but then the punchline wouldn't make sense. Like you'd be like, "Can you explain the joke to me? Because I don't get what you're trying to say." He'd be like, "No, it's fine." And I'd be like, "No, but what do you mean by like?" He'd be like, "Oh, like I don't like going to grocery stores because then I'd have to go to Longo's." And he'd say it like a punchline. He'd be like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "If you don't get it," I'm like, "What's the joke? It's just the word Longo's." He'd be like, "Hey, no."
I feel like I understand so much more about you now, knowing that that's how your dad tells jokes. Also, Jem said, "Wait, can I come on and say a non-binary dad joke?" Absolutely.
You absolutely.
Yeah,
cannot
100%,
come here.
100%, 100%.
It can't be word. It could not be.
Oh god. I'm fighting the bull with a freaking on fire thing on his head. You know, it's a whole. Hey.
I'm here to tell one dad joke.
Go for it.
yeah.
Hit it up.
Hold on, I gotta compose myself. What pronouns does a non-binary samurai use?
What?
I know what this one
They
is.
slash them.
So good.
And that's it. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's even
Thank
topical.
Oh, that yeah.
And that's
That's
it. Good night. I'm here all day.
Gift,
Thank
Jem.
you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
Beautiful.
I've got one on the upper deck, but after that, I gotta kind of think of another one. Like if too many people redeem it, might get
Oh, you have to
precarious.
save them. You have to save them. I forgot.
Do
Yeah.
you want to know a weird but true fact about my father?
What's that?
Sure.
My
It can't be weirder than anything else you said. So.
my dad once won funniest man in London.
What the? Oh, okay, okay.
competition.
In London, I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Not in the world, but like in London, like
Okay.
in my town, he won like the Yuck Yucks competition, and he got a tattoo of the Yuck Yucks beaver and got it covered up within a year.
Why? Stop being funny.
He just like he thought it was cringy to have it on, so he just got it covered with Superman because he was embarrassed he had a beaver on his shoulder.
He's like, look, I'm not trying to brag about my superior comedy skills. Like,
Literally.
the masses don't need to know that I'm better than them.
Literally.
You know, that's not necessary. That feels like a little much.
Yeah, it is. I just remember because he was like, he would not stop talking about it for a couple of years. It was like all he talked about.
That's very funny. Honestly, if my dad won a comedy competition, I don't think I think he would still have the trophy. Like, I think he would be like,
Oh yeah,
that would have become a
Oh, yeah.
life-defining moment for him.
yeah.
Like, he might have gone
That's
into
my
comedy.
dad was being on a cooking show.
Yeah, I remember you saying
My
that.
dad was on Wall of Chefs, and he like talks about it still so much. It was like such a big deal to him because it was his like dream.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cute. It is very cute. He was like so excited.
So this is, I remember I said there was a couple enemies where like the posture thing didn't really apply.
Yeah.
This is him.
Yeah, that tracks. It's just a bull with fire on his head.
Yeah.
He's just gonna run and hit.
But the fireworks do great work against him. Because he's like, ah! Explosions! How could that have happened? I only have fire all over my head, and I'm trying to ram it into everything I can. Oh, buddy, come on! Don't why you gotta do it? No. Whoa. 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 Oh, you can't hit me. No, sir. No, no, no. You might think. Ah, he didn't react that time. Ah, please, please, please. He's so fast, too. That's the hard part. He turns real quick, and he's, like, always dealing all your health in every attack. Okay, it only took me an hour and 35 minutes to be like, wow, this Souls game is really hard.
Yeah.
Please. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was so greedy. Why did I do it? Okay. Yeah, you got me on that one. That's fair. Oh, also, there's two. Ah! Oh, God. You wouldn't. Turns out you would. Alright, we only need a couple more hits, but also he could kill us in 2 hits. So, you know, we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna try and stab him in the butt. Okay. Ooh. We get him? We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. We're gonna get him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Ew.
Parabead. Lots of parabeads. Oh yeah, and then there's enemies right after the boss. I think that's so funny. Like, there's a checkpoint right there too. Like, you could die here. Oh god, I'm gonna die here. I said could. So the scariest part about the you know how I said there was 2 types of unblockable attacks? One's where they stab and one's where they sweep. The scary part about the stab ones is the way that you beat it is you press the dodge button but towards the attack. So it's like it's a little yeah, it's a little scary to be honest. It's like I gotta run at you to be able to block it. That's you know, that's a lot. That's difficult to ask me to do that. A little homophobic.
I don't know why I can't stop thinking about this, but do you know that like it was like a web comic, like Hark, a Vagrant? Ever read that?
Sorry, what was it called?
It was very like a lot of. Oh, there's like a web comic.
Mm-hmm.
I think the artist is called Kate Beaton. And like a lot of their comics are very like memeable. Like a lot of them, I think you would recognize as memes.
Okay.
Anyway, it's kind of like this is like a cartoon, like just like a comic.
Right.
And it's like 4 panels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like mobsters at like a party, like in a like bar.
Okay.
And there's a big cake, and like you think a girl's gonna jump out of the cake, and then like another like gangster jumps out like in the full suit and like pork pie hat and everything.
Yeah.
Jumps out of the cake, and then the one guy goes, "Tony, there's supposed to be girls in the cake," and he goes, 20 years we've known each other, and you don't want to see me jump out of the cake. Stop thinking about that comic.
I know the exact comic you're talking about. I'm so
20 years we've known each other and you don't want to see me jump out of the cake. That's so fucking funny, dude.
I thought about that for the first time in like literally years the other day, and it's just stuck with me.
Yeah, we don't want
If I
that.
can link it.
That's so fucking funny. 20 years.
Yeah, she's happy birthday. I was expecting a girl. 20 years we've known each other, and now you don't want to see me jump out of the cake. You insult me.
God.
It makes me so happy. Can you just link it? I guess I could find the. Oh, this person's made it so it's like Captain America. That's less funny. It's funnier when it's just
A random mafia guy, yeah.
like mobster. Yeah.
Honestly, the comedy potential for random mob guy is so high.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's got to be one of the funniest guys to ever exist. Like, if we're just talking about like base guy. Just like a baseline. Oh god.
It is very good. I've also seen a TikTok that was like very underrated character archetype who's like mob boss's wife who doesn't care that he's like a criminal.
Oh, that's
that's
like the plot of what's the anime that recently came out? It's also a manga. It's like House Husband, like it's something House Husband.
Yeah. He's like a Yakuza, but like he quits so that he can.
Yeah, like she was like a nurse or something. Like she patched him up one night after he like did something horrible, and then he just becomes like a house husband for her and like is supportive of her like minor corporate career. I love it so much. It's very funny. His old Yakuza guys get together to like help him do grocery shopping and shit. Like it's very funny. He's like at one point like the dry cleaning place is like the target of a Yakuza attack, so they have to do their own dry cleaning and they have to try and figure it out. And they're all like they're all like standing around it. It's so fucking funny.
Oh my god, Zoe.
Yeah.
This person is an artist I used to follow. Like the blog you sent. Literally an artist I used to follow on DeviantArt and lost access to years ago.
That's so funny.
The comic or just the blog? Like just the blog that the comic is not that person's comic. It's
No, I know. I recognize their avatar.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Really?
What the fuck?
I just found you. I also like need you to know that the Tumblr post that I just linked is somebody being like, "Hey, can someone help me find me the comic that's like 20 years we've known each other and you don't want to see me jump out of the cake?" Like, yeah. The person also just had that line verbatim, like beamed into their skull by space aliens. Like,
dude, Kate Beaton is potent. Like
part of the reason that I was thinking about like Kate Beaton was because I am rewatching like just in little pieces before bed every night, like Pride and Prejudice, which is like one of my favorite movies. But it just reminded me of the comic that's like based off of the book.
Yeah.
And it's the part where like at the very beginning where like Elizabeth is like, "Do you want to do you dance to Darcy?" And he's like, "Not if I can help it." And then like he's like, "Okay, fine," and just walks away. And the one guy's like, "Why didn't you dance with her?" And he's like, "No, I will stay here for the rest of the evening, consumed with lust."
Oh my god.
That's really funny.
I love it. I'm still so fucking floored about the fact that this artist thing that's insane. Because I literally used to follow them on DeviantArt like fucking years ago. Oh my god. I feel like I just unlocked part of my brain.
You know what's fucked up about this level? I'll tell you what's super fucked up about this level right now. First of all, all the enemies are like way harder than like some of the bosses. They're just like, they're darting around, they're throwing shit at you, they're like hard to hit. They're just hard. Anyway, the next thing that's fucked up is that they hide them so well. Like, it's ridiculous how hidden these guys are. Well, I'll show you.
Freaking out.
I'm freaking out, dude. Look, ready?
Oh no, I'm talking about the enemy. Just like, I haven't really looked at like what you're doing in a little while, and I looked up. He's just like,
Yeah.
in the corner.
Yeah. Do you see him? Do you see the enemy?
No, what?
On the kite.
Where?
Look at it. You see him?
What? Where?
He's on the. Watch the kite. Keep your eyes on the kite. Ready? Watch.
Oh,
Watch.
you can see
Watch.
his shadow.
Oh my god.
What
Oh my
the fuck?
goodness.
Why? It's hard enough.
God.
He's got on fire weapons. He's got everything I want.
You know that some level designer like ran across like a studio fucking.
Oh yeah.
Look what I did.
Guys, you know the kites? You know the kites we put in the skybox, guys? We can use
Come
them.
look at this.
That's like fucking incredible. Like, so this is like really like fuck you level design.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of fuck you level
Okay.
design, we're gonna have to try and run through this and get to the save point. So let's hope it happens.
Godspeed.
Okay. Yeah, there's another one. Uh-huh. Yep. No, I know. I'm in danger. Okay, thank you for the ceramic shard. Get in the window. Get in the window. Get a save point, save point, save point, save point. Alright, we're good.
Hey.
20 years ago, we've known each other and you don't want to see me drop from a kite in the sky, says him. 20 years we've known each other and you don't want to watch me drop from a kite in the sky.
That was such a. Oh my god.
Can you
That was a
believe
good
that
one.
shit? Like,
I can like hear it in such a distinct like New York Boston
good
accent.
lord, it is
I
just a
need you to
nightmare.
know, like, spoiler free. I watched Spiral the other day, which like,
Uh-huh.
I saw your
First of all-
post about it.
ah, fucking immaculate. Like best night of my life. I had so much fun. I was by myself and I was like the entire time. There is a part where like after they've revealed who the new killer is, because it's like they keep it a secret for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, they're like openly like it's in New York. Like I know the rest of them don't say, but like apparently Chris Rock was like, you guys know that you can like shoot out on location, right? Like they don't all need to be in warehouses. Like some of the non-torture scenes can be outside. And they're like, what? We can shoot outside.
What?
He's like,
That's
you
so
have so
funny.
much money. Hire extras. So this one's actually set in like a place.
That's
Um,
cool.
So like, there's a part when they reveal like who the killer is. He says like instead of saying like game over or like I want to play a game,
Mm-hmm.
he just says to Chris Rock, "It's your fucking game. Play it." Like in
Oh
New
my
York.
God.
It's so good. I watched it like 3 times in a row.
That's really funny.
You want to play a fucking game?
So our character has amnesia. So we're gonna go ring a bell and pray to Buddha, and then we're gonna go play through his memory, and we have to beat it to like unlock his memory.
Ooh.
Kind of a cool mechanic. God, I love the look of the prosthetic. Like, I don't know what it is. It just looks so like tangible.
Yeah.
It's like every aspect of it is like thought out. It's like the wrist moves through like a rope pulley that's like on the, it's just, oh my god, it's so cool.
It reminds me of like if you've seen really elaborate like marionettes.
Mm-hmm. That's a great comparison, actually. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Speaking of Jigsaw.
Oh yeah, marionette. I was like, why?
Speaking of Jigsaw, and Zoe's like, hello, yeah? What's
I'm
up?
always interested, but why are we speaking of Jigsaw?
Why would you want to speak about Jigsaw? To me.
It's just so I can't imagine being like powerful enough that I could like I don't know if people know what I'm referring to. The newest Saw movie, the reason it exists is because the comedian Chris Rock really liked Saw and was like, I want there to be another one. So like I'm gonna make sure
I want there to be another one, so I'll do it.
Apparently he was like on vacation in the same place as like some huge executive at Lionsgate, and he saw the guy and was like, hey,
Make
let
another
me
Saw.
make a Saw movie. And they're like, I guess.
Okay.
You're okay.
But again, it's like a cool thing because like you being in the flashback is like also like part of the narrative. Like he's asking people what year it is and stuff. I think it's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like he's living through his memory. Like he has to redo it.
That's cool.
It's just a cool. I like game mechanics. This is the bandit like enemy archetype. They're annoying because they like poison you sometimes by putting like shit on their sword before they hit you with it. Like light their sword on fire and shit like that.
Rude.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I like his little jaunty wave that he just gave you.
Yeah, he's like, oh hey. He's waving like he's in a Zelda game. Hi! Someone recently made the comparison to me that Zelda games all look like they were made by Pixar. And I was like, that's weird that you said it, but I actually do see it now. Like,
yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Like, it's not like they look like a Pixar movie. It looks like Pixar made the game, kind of. Where, like, they really, like, always commit to an art style, and, like, they're very, like, I don't know. They're always cartoony, even when they're, like, realistic.
Yeah.
It's weird, I don't know. But
Love, like, you know those YouTube videos that are, like they're on, like, GQ and stuff, and they're, like, person from, like, X profession, like, reviews movies about their, like, profession.
yeah.
Whenever there's like an animated movie, they're always like, "Oh, that's pretty accurate," and I was like, "Animators do so much more research than like any." other, like,
yeah, like because it's. I think it's because like if there's a soap, like a bar of soap in the bathroom, they had to like make the decision to put the bar of soap in the bathroom, and like spend time like modeling it.
You can't just not think about stuff because it takes so long to do everything.
Yeah, no,
like,
exactly, right? Like,
yeah.
you're never gonna have an accidental background detail, like
when an animated movie's a bad animated movie, you can always immediately tell. Like,
yeah.
So I think, like, and especially like here, like animated movies are sort of synonymous with like Disney. So Disney is like similar to like Nintendo, I guess. Like the thing that they prioritize is like polish.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's gonna be very. I'm actually like reading a book that's like an animation textbook, and it's partially like they talk about that a lot. Like they talk about the like how Disney is the thing that people think of when they think of animation here, and like how that affects like how people think of it as like a profession, because Disney is very about like professionalism and like polish.
Yeah.
As compared to like Warner Brothers or something, which was like a lot more about like goofs.
Yeah. No, it's a really good point. That's true. How many shadows have died so far? I think we're at 10 or maybe 11 or something.
It says 10. So
it says 10. I will say.
Are you the one updating it?
Yep. And I've definitely missed one or two, but I tried to like if I think I've missed one, the next time I do one I usually put 2. So hopefully it's accurate, but I mean it's honestly not a big deal.
I didn't see that was like a little squiggle, and it was them like being like sing-songy, like "Hi Jay," and I
You
thought
felt
they
like cut off, like
kidnapped by the CIA halfway through.
Hi Jay. Yo, by the way, FBI, if you're watching, like, bro, drop a sub, like, help out your local streamers, you know.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm working for your money.
Oh, it was a typo.
I mistyped. Oh, that's funny. This is very Bloodborne, Zoe, like what you were talking about, where like this is like a normal guy who's like, hey, what's going on outside?
And he's like through a window so they don't have to animate him.
Yep. And they're like, hey, is everything okay outside? And you look at outside and it's like everything's on fire. Everyone's dead in the streets. It's like, no, it's not going good. It is interesting though, because like some people are like, I hope the bandits do take over, and then some people are like, please kill the bandits. I want to go back outside. Hello. Are you a looter too?
Bloodborne. Yeah, I never really got that. Like why they were so. Maybe they were just like.
I think it's like like the madness.
They're very like that's very like Lovecraft.
Yeah, like I feel like
I laughing.
Dude, the insight like mechanic in Bloodborne is one of the coolest ideas I've ever seen in a game. Where it's like,
what is that?
So the more like Lovecrafty enemies you see, the more you start to realize that the normal enemies are also Lovecraft enemies, and you didn't know, like you couldn't see it yet. And so it's like, yeah, like
your
so,
perception.
yeah, it's like you weren't like accustomed, like you weren't looking for it. I guess you're like your mind wasn't like adapted to seeing that yet.
Yeah. It's very like how the movie like Arrival. Not to like spoil it, but it did come out 5 years ago, so
it's okay, you can spoil it.
But the like main character, like once she like understands what's going on, she understands, like she experiences time differently.
Yeah, like she sees time like they do once she understands how it works and like the mechanics of it. Very cool.
It's really crazy because the movie has like a non-linear timeline, and you sort of like, it feels like they're just doing flashbacks, and then you realize that the flashbacks aren't like flashbacks, like she's like living through them as you're watching them.
Yeah, it's like some of them are like flash forwards, some of them are like yeah, it's wild. Oh, it's the Mercury.
Like, I think actually my favorite movie.
It's really good. Like, it's one of those movies where like I feel like people weren't like really like, it wasn't like talked about before it came out, and then it came out and everyone was like, oh, it's gonna win an Oscar. Actually, that's an incredible movie.
Yeah.
Like that's genre defining movie now.
I listen to that soundtrack all the time too. It's crazy.
I don't know if I've ever listened to it like going back.
Oh my god,
I should check it out.
So good.
Oh, I couldn't recommend it enough, Andy.
I really, it's been on my to-watch list for ages. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's one of those movies that people are like, oh, going without knowing anything, and I almost think that's like not at all true.
I don't think that enhances the enjoyment of it at all.
It's like the kind of point of the movie is like there is a plot twist in it, kind of, but like you don't. I have seen that movie so many times, and like knowing the plot twist does not change how like cool of a movie it is. Like the point of it is that it doesn't matter if you know what happens. Like
a movie honestly, that touches on like the inevitability of life is probably not like good if it's only good the first time you watch it, or like you can like you can't know anything about it, or like it's bad. It's like, well, it feels like it defeats the purpose a little.
Yeah, literally.
So if I remember correctly, there's like a really hard boss somewhere over here that you're not supposed to find yet, but I know that he's here. We're gonna try it because there's a good item, I think. It's like a dodge ability with the prosthetic, I think. But I'm also like, I'm throwing this out because it's like there's like a 99% chance I'm just gonna get fucking murdered like immediately. He's, in my opinion, like the hardest enemy, like variant or like type, I guess. We have Mario, or what game started this wall jumps with this kind of wall jump?
Yeah.
Is it Mario? I feel like it's Mario.
That would make sense to me.
Like Mario 64 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what sequence breaking refers to.
Yay,
Yeah, I'm not
sequence
sure.
breaking. Oh, so basically, it's so Jay's like kind of right, but kind of wrong at the same time. It's just like hidden, but generally speaking, if you can like sometimes with like a usually sequence breaking, like from what I know of it, would refer to like using a glitch, where you do things in the wrong order. So like a lot of speedruns would use like a sequence break. It's like soft sequence breaking. Yeah, it's like you shouldn't know this is here, so you wouldn't do it normally. But so yeah, like for example, like when Mario would like do what's called like a wrong warp, where he goes through a pipe and ends up in the wrong spot because of a glitch. That's like a sequence break where like you're in a spot you're not supposed to be in. And,
Fun.
yeah. So these are like the shinobi enemy types, and I gotta be honest, they're a fucking nightmare. Every single time we have to fight one, it's like, damn it. Oh god. They have a lot of instant kill moves. They have a lot of grapples. They're fast as fuck. They recover their posture super quick. They don't get stunned easy. The only upside of this one is they only has one health bar. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Also, something that I think is very funny is that no one in this game, even though it's like a narrative thing that you can resurrect, no one reacts. They're like, oh, he's back. Oh, God, thank you. Okay, fair enough. You got me.
Sequence breaking. Sequence bending.
Sequence bending. Okay, so we lost that fight. Before we continue, I think is probably a good time to take a 15-minute break.
Ooh,
So we will do that. We'll be back in 15 minutes with more Sekiro. I'll update the death counter this time. And yeah, we'll be back soon.
See ya.
okay. Well, why? What's the fucking point? Why am I here? Well,
Excuse me.
alrighty. I'm gonna go make a grilled cheese steak.
Do it.
Probably pause so that this ball's not just bouncing.
Good idea.
How is the old Final Fantasy 14 treating you?
Very good. I'm playing right now. It's extremely fun. It's really fun playing a game like an MMO where I don't know literally what the fuck is going on at all.
Yeah.
Especially after playing one MMO religiously for so fucking long.
Oh yeah, it's very different from WoW as well. Like,
I nearly walked straight off a cliff.
Yep, that happens.
Looking at my map a little too closely.
The good news is that if you're not in combat, and you fall off like a really big height, you'll always go down to 1 HP if you're at full. Like no matter how high the drop is.
That's good.
But
I didn't know that.
the bad news is if you're hurt at all or you are in combat, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Risk reward.
Little buyer's remorse there if I don't give you that second part of the tip.
Yeah. Huge.
Okay.
Man, navigating these cities is really vexing.
It gets better
so much
eventually,
fun.
but
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. But like when you're fresh, it's just like
yep.
there's so many corners.
Yeah. No,
And nothing feels like intuitive yet.
Admittedly, I do think that Ul'dah is like the most like labyrinthine.
Oh yeah, Ul'dah is a maze and a half.
Like
I just feel like-
Gridania is basically the Shire, so it's like kind of easy to navigate.
Yeah, I just got there. I'm back in the whatever the little one is. The
Limsa Lominsa.
Limsa.
That is where I started. Hello.
Do you guys want an update on my life situation right now?
Is everything all right?
I took my contact lenses out because I thought
Oh,
that
boy.
that would be fine, and then I realized I don't know where my contacts
Oh no.
Oh no!
Hey, by the way, look how big this dude is.
can't.
Oh my god, he's huge.
He's so big. It's his dad.
Oh. Good news.
You found him? Found him. Heyo.
Oh my god. I love when that happens. You're just like, oh, I thought that I'm weak. I'm vulnerable.
I had the same, well, not the same thing, but a similar thing happened the other day, Zoe, where I got a new duvet recently. And I went to sleep all cozy and happy. And then I, like, usually what I do is I go to sleep watching, like, a video or something, like listening to a podcast. That's, like, the normal way that I sleep. So yeah, I think it's pretty common nowadays, but
Yeah.
I had my glasses, I put them beside my computer. I woke up and for whatever reason like flicked my duvet and I just heard the glasses impact somewhere in my room. I spent 2 hours trying to find my glasses. Like fucking Velma Dinkley before me. Just saying jinkies every 5 seconds hoping to touch a monster's hand.
Oh god.
I had to get my mom to come help me. I was like, where are my glasses? My sister's trying to help me. Like,
God.
it was a nightmare.
That's so funny.
And then I found them, like, basically 5 feet away from where I put them.
Oh my god.
The worst, honestly, the worst thing that happened was that I heard them impact somewhere. Because if I didn't, I would have looked closer first.
Yeah.
But I was, like, convinced they went flying.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my I lost my glasses story.
I lost my glasses. I can't see a thing without my glasses story.
Not my glasses. Can't see anything without my glasses.
It's so like I think about that all the time because you just get you're like so complacent. Like,
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
I can't see at all without my I can function because I'm used to it.
Yep.
And I can see colors, but I can't see any shape or detail at all. Like
I feel the same way. I don't think the camera can pick it up.
I'm like helpless. Like
I recently got new glasses. As anyone who follows me on Instagram is aware. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but I'm going to try and show you how thick the lenses are now. I don't know if this is going to... Again, I can't see, so this is... Can you see how thick the lenses are?
Yeah, those are like ridiculously thick.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting killed.
Oh, you're also getting shot in the game.
Oh. I've been attacked.
Take your glasses off.
Like self-inflicted.
This is why the take your glasses off is a stretch goal or a.
I was gonna say you like did that voluntarily.
I know. I really like this area. It's like all on fire. It's super cool. This part kind of sucks. This boss is so bad that they gave you like an ally. And then he becomes a normal enemy type later on, and you don't have an ally for those, and it's a whole thing.
Many times you've been like, this is so hard, so anyway later they make you fight them, like 20 of them.
Yeah. I'm begging. Oh god. The main thing is if you're like executing a guy, you're invulnerable. Because the game's like, no, that's too cool, like don't let it stop. We worked really hard on these animations. Oh god. Okay, no, the archer's gotta go, dude. This is too much. I really don't want to spend all my healing gourds, but... Okay. We're gonna go back and we're gonna try that again. Because now we have no healing right before the boss. I gotta tell you.
Not a good time.
It doesn't feel like the strategy. It's awful. We need our glasses to find our glasses. Yeah, I was talking to my mom about this. She was like, "Man, like, how'd you lose your glasses?" And I was like, "Look, the only time that you don't have them is the only time I feel like I absolutely need them to get the task done."
Yeah.
Like, I swear by the fact that, like, I have terrible vision, but, like, I swear by the fact that I could probably drive for, like, a good amount of time without glasses and not, like, die.
You get really good at, like, just operating without it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I can kind of tell, like, there's something fuzzy over there, and just the contact clues, they're telling me that it's probably stop sign.
Yeah, exactly. But when I have to, like, look for glasses...
They're, like, unseeable. They're glass.
Oh, God. Eric, never again. Never again. He said, "What's up, Dylan Byers?" That's like Jake Paulers. No.
Is your last name on your...
Oh, it's fine. Eric, as a fellow film student, Eric is allowed to dox me. That's the price we both paid.
Dylan Byers is 1, 2, 3.
Eric just says, "Oh shit." It's okay. Now's a good time to learn the doxing lesson, not like when I inevitably blow up and have 1 billion subscribers. You know, when I'm inevitably the biggest thing on Twitch. You know, that's obviously. It's just a matter of time.
Actually, when you blow up, the first thing that's gonna have to
is
I was gonna say meat.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's very fair. Like, honestly, like, extremely fair. Yeah.
B, I also think out of the group, I'm the most likely to say something that's gonna get you canceled somewhere.
Congrats on 1 billion subs. Party at the following home address.
Oh my god, Eric.
I'm begging. Is he already dead? Is my ally already dead? There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god, he's already dead. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. This is the worst trade deal in the history of America, dude.
One of the podcasts I listened to,
yeah.
One of the guys on it, like, wanted the person who edits it to cut something out.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna remember to cut that out, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at remembering to go back. Like, I'm not 100% sure." And then he's like, "Okay." And then he just starts reciting the other guy's credit card number. My credit card number. And he's like, "I don't know. Now you're gonna have to remember to go back."
That's okay. That's actually that's so funny. Like, just as a joke, that's so funny.
I think it was like later. He was like, "Oh, one time he gave it to me to like order pizza, and I
Oh my
had,
God.
Like, this would be funny." Like,
Oh no.
the podcast was the worst idea of all time. I don't want to go back.
Man, I am so fucking lost.
What, this game?
In Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, I thought like you were like really watching along with Dylan when you were talking about like how confusing the city was, and I was like, sorry.
Oh no! I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 the first time, so I don't know what to do. So I'm in a new city and I feel so like lost and confused. The first one I did was hard to confusing. This one was like so many letters. What am I seeing? How
Honestly, like, you're very valid, and everyone has gone through what you're going through. Like, ask James about his first time in Ul'dah. James started in Ul'dah, so it was like early. You know, he was just like, where the fuck do I go?
I honestly like Ul'dah. I found not too tough. You will figure it out as long as I like spend a minute with the map. You'll figure it out.
I'll give you a tip. There's a I don't know what the button is because I play on PlayStation. So you're gonna have to figure out what the button is. But there's a button where if you go to your I assume you're doing a quest, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to like do the main.
Yeah, so if you go to the quest in your journal, there's a button that opens where it is on the map.
See, the thing is, I do know this, and I have opened the map, but it opens to a part of the map I am not on, and it does not show me where on the map I actually am.
Okay, this is another thing I can help you with.
And I need to get out of the city.
This is another thing I can help you with. This is another thing I can help you with. So if you go to that location on the map, like where the quest is, you should see on the map labeled blue location text of like for example, if it's right outside Limsa, you should see Limsa Lominsa on one direction.
It's showing me the whole thing, though.
It's just showing you what, sir?
It's showing me the whole little continent, and then that's it. No other details other than either port that I'm not attuned to.
Is this a Hollow Knight situation where you have to unlock the detail of the map
No.
so you can tell what you're looking at?
You can look at anywhere's map.
Oh my god, okay. I just realized that my map was it's so far away that it literally the city's in at opposite side of the map. Okay. Still doesn't help me get out of it, but at least I know.
You've accomplished something.
Call that a win.
Hashtag winning. I was going to keep saying stuff, and then I was like, no, you said nothing. Let this one go.
They can't all be winners.
They can't all be
I told 2 dad jokes to literally 0 reaction earlier. You don't need to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
No vocal, not even just nothing.
I mean, it's not vocal reactions, but I can tell you there was a strong physical reaction.
I believe it. They were bad jokes.
Wins.
I wrote down 3 of them as bad jokes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I may be unemployed soon, and I would be so down to play Final Fantasy 14 with you all through that time. You should, dude. It's a fun game. I've got I don't know, fucking 1,000 hours in it.
It's super fun so far. I just got it. We can be confused together.
Yeah, it would be really useful to both of you be able to play together, because I like it in general. I play it a lot.
Hey, mutual confusion.
I play the game a lot, but it's so much more fun with people.
Hell yeah. I'm playing on a server called Goblin. I chose it exclusively because it's called Goblin.
Yeah, each of the different like data centers have different like naming conventions. So like Crystal's all monsters. That's the
I
one.
love it because like I've long decided that if my my sisters ever have kids, I'm not gonna be referred to as like uncle or aunt or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna be referred to as their goblin.
That's
my
funny.
sister is extremely against this.
Yep.
But it's not her choice, so I'm gonna be the goblin. And in the meantime, we refer to whenever we're referring to like cat parent stuff, we refer to me as our cat's goblin. Eric said, Andy, you're a goblin royalty. Eric, I'm gonna fight you in the pit. Thank you. I know how to take compliments in a normal, calm way.
Sorry, I was just focusing because I'm fighting 100 people right before the boss. I hate this boss so much. I really do.
I feel like you're having fun.
I feel like you're right, but at the same time, I feel like I could be having more fun if the game just gave me every victory and made me not work for it. It's not true, but you know, it's my emotion right now. This is what I mean. Like, look at the design. They're like, oh, you're gonna see an enemy there. Oh, there's another one right beside him. But he's across the door, so you can't see him. Freaking Sekiro, dude. Like, my God, do this.
Oh no. I'm fine.
It's the I'm fine immediately after for me. I'm fine.
Cheese fell out of my grilled cheese.
Ah, that's not fine.
I just stuck my bare hand in the pan like a normal person. Fix it.
Oh my God, the symbols. Oh my God, the unblockable attacks in every direction. I'm begging.
Have you tried not blocking?
You know, I'm actually not blocking. It's just that the problem is there's still attacks. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a you problem, right? This is what you're gonna stop.
Have you tried not letting them hit you?
No, I haven't tried that yet. That's a good next step.
I would give that a shot first.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't work, maybe reboot.
He threw a dart at me. Sorry, I got so offended. I'm having like a 10-on-1 fight, and the guy's like, "Oh, we need to even the odds with some dirt in the eye." Like, come on. Okay, we can't talk. It's already going down. I activated you late so that you wouldn't die immediately. Okay, you gotta die now because my friend is dying. So it's only fair. Ah! That sucks. Oh, don't kill my friend. Okay, I'm sorry. He killed him. No. Whoop. Okay, yeah. Oh no, get him! Boy, you got the chance. Oh God. No, get out of the poison, my man. Okay. We killed him once, we gotta kill him twice. Dude, honestly, if you want to spit poison at me, sir, like, absolutely, you feel free to spit poison at me. That's the attack that I know how to deal with. That's the weird thing about the— oh, thank you, Worth, for following. I hope you're enjoying the stream, brother.
Oh.
Ah! Oh, fuck my life.
Welcome.
Every one of these bosses that you fought,
Yeah.
the ones that I've been looking at,
Uh-huh.
have been like incredibly different.
Yeah, no, they're all like this. You're gonna see a crate. The next boss is like your mind's gonna be blown when you see him. Just because it's not what you're expecting. Even now that I've told you that you're not expecting it, you're still not expecting it. It's a crazy thing.
Little update on my map quest.
Yeah. How's it going?
It turns out I literally just had to go downstairs and turn right. I turned left instead the first time and got so fucking lost, and all I had to do was turn right. So I'm good now. And
Hey!
I'm going in the right direction.
We love to see it. Listen, every time I solve a problem and it had like an easy solution, and someone goes like, "Oh, are you mad now because like you really had to like try to solve it?" I'm like, "No, I'm just happy the problem's fucking dealt with."
Yeah, honestly.
Every single time. I know some people who are like frustrated because it's like, "Oh, I could have solved that easily." It's like, dude, now it's over.
Yeah, that's true. You're free for the
I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso recently with Azam. And he has a thing that he likes to say where he says, you should be like a goldfish. They're a lot happier because they forget.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, dude, I'm feeling it. Just relax. Just stop thinking.
Getting there. As far as my memory problems go, I'm getting to goldfish level. So I'll give you updates on how that goes.
It's honestly like, outside of like actual like, you know, like a devastating memory condition, like, it's probably ideal.
It's not terrible. It can be really frustrating because I forget what I'm saying as I'm saying it, like near constantly.
Yeah.
If even the slightest amount of external stimuli hits at the wrong time, I like lose everything. But it also means that people can tell me the same stories and the same jokes over and over and over, and there's like a 95% chance I completely forgot the story. Or I remember parts of it, but not the whole thing. So you can just tell me the same shit over and over, and I'll just be as delighted each time. So that's fun.
That's very fair, though.
I mean, I'm not entirely mad at it, because it just means that, like, I'm not bored all the time.
True. Alright, so this next boss, like, if you had to guess, what do you think when I say it's a very surprising enemy design? What would you guess? Like, and you have to be, like, specific.
A swarm of bugs.
Okay.
A swarm of bugs.
Technically,
for a game like this, I feel like that'd be really weird.
Technically, you're not that wrong. A monkey, a monkey, the globogobob. You're close, Eric.
What is that, like the Jabberwocky?
I don't actually know if you're close. I don't know what you're talking about. The cutscene's beautiful too, so we'll actually watch it.
Ooh. Oh shit! Wow! Oh my god!
Here we go.
This is already stunning. Oh baby! Oh, it's the prince!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Remember, this is a flashback. This is 3 years before the events of the game.
Oh.
So what if I told you?
Flashback.
What if I told you the surprising enemy was a 90-year-old woman who's also the master of spies?
I love that.
And trained the main character partially.
Ooh. Dude, I love deadly badass grandmas.
Yeah.
That shit is so fucking tight.
She's super cool. Probably one of my like favorite bosses in the game.
Okay, can we get an Ocean 11 like style movie, but the main cast is just a bunch of old ladies?
It's close to that, but it's not quite because there's a lot of old men in it. But that's basically the plot of the movie Red.
I have no idea what that movie is.
It's like a heist movie with all old people. It's like Morgan Freeman's in it. I think Ian McKellen's in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I think it's called Red. Eric might correct me in a second, but...
I would not know otherwise to correct you.
Helen Mirren is in Red? Yeah, okay, it is Red.
Cool.
So you might be like, wow, her posture bar is already super high. And she's only got one red orb, so like, this is a really easy boss fight. It's not, unfortunately. It's just, you're just gonna have to give it a second.
I love the idea of this game just like reveling in like giving you false senses of security.
It's so often in this game. Like, it happens so many times.
Like, I love watching her like braid move around in her animations. It's just like, it's a really clever way to like telegraph.
She's actually up there, by the way. Now the real boss fight gets to start after you killed her once.
Okay, cool.
Also, these little butterflies, if you get hit by them, you start to panic.
Oh.
And panic is a condition in this game.
I love that.
A lot of
panic as a condition is super fun.
Yeah, it's like any spiritual enemy basically can inflict it.
Especially in like a
this part
thinking like
this part sucks. You got to run around and not get killed by the ghosts.
Oh shit.
Which
Even
sucks.
just thinking narratively, with like in like the combat system.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so much of it is centered on like action and like moving forward, like war and combat. So it made like the idea of having the what's it called? Panic be an actual like penalty condition you can run into is like great.
Yeah, it's also
like,
super cool because
something you run into.
Yeah, if you get maxed out on panic, like just fully maxed out, you just die. You have a heart attack. You die.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. I get it. Okay.
That's so cool. Love that.
Oh. She also does a lot of really like interesting like feints where she like pretends to be done attacking basically. And it's like baked into her animations. It's really like well done.
That's super fun.
Like right there.
Man, they must have spent so much time like studying different types of like fighting.
Oh yeah, like the animation work on all the From Software games is always so good because it literally has to be because you're punished so hard for mistakes.
Yeah, it has to like
to be fair,
just enough.
Yeah, it has to be surprising and telegraphed at the same time.
Yeah, like,
which is crazy.
I don't know, it's just really fantastic. It's just like, it feels like such like, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but like a breathable combat system.
Yep.
Like, there's just like a lot of like to move and like it's just like very fluid.
Alright, we got her. Woo! Was that first try?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a hard fight.
Good job.
Okay, sorry, I missed that entire fight.
Oh, it's okay.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm doing a group assignment and I realized like I was the one that was being like, everybody like needs to put their stuff so we can submit, everybody needs to put their stuff, and then like mine didn't update on the document. And I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I'm now on that. So I was like, everybody needs to hurry.
Oh my god.
So this is the end of the memory from 3 years ago.
Oh my god, we've been in a flashback the entire time.
This up to the point where, like, basically, right before we went to break, since then, we've been in a flashback.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been trying to remember who stabbed him on this day. And he doesn't get it. That's the fucked up part.
Well, I just made a sandwich. I didn't even get to eat it. Chloe.
Also, the Little Prince, so good. Literally saving you from a burning building as a 7-year-old.
So sweet.
The petite
Admittedly, he's immortal, but like, come on.
That's so devastating for a poor kid.
Yeah. And then this is the first time that you become his servant. He gives you his blood so that you can't die. Okay. So you remember how I said like there was that one boss who's like the end of the first act? We're like pretty much almost there. Like we might start it tonight. I don't know if we're gonna beat him because he's really tough. He's like the first like boss I would say where like you need to learn like pretty much everything about like the combat system. Like you need to understand every aspect of it. Otherwise you're just gonna get like fucked up. So let's do that. I think there's one mini boss before him. I really like the mini boss before him because he's really, again, like he's just a really unique idea where he's really weak, but he's like a glass cannon. Like he'll kill you in one hit, basically. He does like, I don't know if you know, like if I say like EI Jutsu, if you know what that means, but like it's like techniques where you, part of the technique is like drawing the blade from its sheath. Which was like, a real thing, but like not as like it's very what's the word, romanticized as like a more powerful technique. It was more just important if you got like ambushed or whatever is the idea. Like you needed to be able to not have to like slowly draw your sword to defend yourself. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, that guy took 2 of my healing. That's one enemy. It's like a basic enemy. We're gonna restart. That's probably not ideal. This area is really cool.
You can do it without healing?
Yeah, we're just gonna sneak up on him and kill him in one hit. This area is really cool because a lot of the walls are like breakable. So there's like a lot of options as far as like how you want to approach the area. And all the enemies are really hard. So they really like incentivize stealth in this section. Yeah, these guys are a fucking nightmare to fight alone, let alone if you have to fight multiple of them. It's just you're like, abandon all hope. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. Okay. Oh god, that was Mikiri. This is also the part of the game where like the unblockables start coming in quick. Like before they were really like, oh, like it's an unblockable attack, get ready. Now it's like, it just happens. And you're like, ah.
Yeah.
I did.
Gotta be.
Okay. We can chill here. Whoops. Didn't mean to jump down here. Oh boy, oh boy. Find the checkpoint. Find the checkpoint. There it is. Okay, so this is the boss. The mini boss. Did you see the guy running up on me there? I don't know if you guys were watching, but right as I was doing the checkpoint, the guy like ran up and tried to stab me.
Oh my god.
So this is gonna be a couple deaths, I think. Unless I just knock it out of the park. This is you'll see how fast this fight goes. Like my health just evaporates. Oh god, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm dead.
Ooh.
It's okay, that's okay. This is a cool fight because like it kind of doesn't matter if you heal or not. Yep, I'm dead. All right, fair enough. That's an easy death on the pile.
That is brutal.
Yeah, he's a toughie. But if you watch his health when I'm hitting him, it like he doesn't have a ton of resistance, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Durability.
Very sustained.
Yep, there's a death. Yep. He's fast. It's one of those things where like you know it's coming, but if you block early, you're just gonna get staggered, and if you block late, you're dead. So. Oof. You know that they were like, this is a pretty fucked up boss though, because they put the checkpoint like 1 foot from him.
Yeah.
They were like, okay.
You're gonna be that cold.
Alright, there's one. We killed him once. We gotta kill him twice. Oh! Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, we got him. This is what I mean, like, it's an easy fight, but I really like that it's like, you're either gonna kill him or you're gonna die. And it's gonna happen in the next 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the first, what I would call, like, I mean, there's been major bosses, but, like, this is a, it's like a boss with 3 phases, it's like a cutscene.
Yeah.
It's a major story moment.
Big deal.
Yeah, like this is the first time the time of day will change. When we clear this.
Ooh.
So.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Watching you use a grappling hook is so fun.
Yeah, the grappling hook is really great.
Is that the guy who cut your arm off?
Yep, this is that fight.
Oh boy.
This is I honestly, if you watch one fight tonight, I really like this fight. His animation work is so good, and it devolves. Like, he's very practiced at first, and then becomes very violent and, like, deranged.
Ooh.
You're really going to like it, I think. I think you're...
That's super fun.
Presentation in this fight is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded for this one.
He is supposed to be working for the Emperor. But he wants immortality. The thing we kind of find out during this cutscene and after it is that the prince is trying to get rid of it entirely. Like he does not want to be immortal anymore. And he doesn't want like the dragon rot to like destroy the world, basically, which he's worried about.
Yeah, I mean, fair. The voice acting is so nice.
Oh, thank you, Zoe. Thank you.
Even though I don't understand like the words, it's really the voice is very nice.
It's good voice acting. I thought we would do just like a little quick like check-in before you get involved.
Yeah. No, it's a good. It's good. No, you're right. I the thing I love about the voice acting, it's always really drawn back and reserved. Like no one yells in this game at any point in the game.
That just makes it carry so much more tension, because especially with like everything being so violent and the words exchanged being like more reserved.
It's just like everyone has already accepted that they might die, and now it's like it's just business at this point. Ah, you got me with the Fury. He also has a giant bow, which he loves to fucking kill me with. Oh my god, that was an early death. Alright, we're gonna be on this fight. Dying that early, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a learning process. I gotta get the Sekiro energy back. Ooh, okay. That's a death. Honestly, to get to this point with... Is that 15 deaths?
I think so.
That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good performance.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling pretty good about that. This originally was the fight that made me stop playing my very first playthrough. By the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, this is too hard. This was also like 10 hours into my first playthrough that I got to this point.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not fully like getting, like comprehending it because like you're just kind of like blowing through this a little bit. Like you're making it look very easy. Like, wow,
Yeah.
a fast game.
It will, the progress will slow down at a point. I'm gonna warn you guys, it's gonna look like it gets a lot harder. It's really been that hard the whole time. I'm just more used to the early stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 death. We have to kill him, I think, 3 times, but it might be 4. I think it's 3. Yeah. Oh, no, he's coming. Okay. I did it. Good job, Masamanda.
That video I watched where they talked about the blood effect, this was the fight that they used as an example. Because it's just so different from the like sound of the sword hitting. Like,
Yeah.
you like really know when you hit.
Yeah, no, you really...
Just wet noise. Like.
Yep. Every sound is so specific in this game. Like, the other thing is, so if you're hitting someone and they, like, block your attack, and you still have time to hit them, it makes a different noise than if you don't still have time to hit them. Okay, maybe I'm actually going to clear this easier than I thought, because this is the second phase. Which I fucking love. His look in the second phase, oh my god, I live for this shit. I could probably turn the game up a little tiny bit. Tiny bit.
Wow. I love that.
Like...
Oh my god.
So, new mechanic. If someone shoots... This is a recurring mechanic in this game. If someone shoots lightning at you, you have to jump and then attack.
Oh.
If you land, you are electrocuted because you were grounded.
I love that.
Here it is. Okay, I landed with it, so we died. You gotta jump. You gotta jump.
Markings on his, like the scars on his arms.
Yeah.
That like pattern is called the lightning figure.
Yeah.
Like forked lightning. And you can see that those scars like that. You can see where it like went through your body.
That's really cool.
Yeah. My mom's been struck by lightning.
Your family, Andy. It's like the 1 in a million family.
I just have... My family's weird.
It's cool, though.
She doesn't have a scar from it. It like struck, it was like a rebound strike where it came back up through the ground. It struck like...
It happened to my stepdad. It hit the ground in front of him and he was riding a bike and it went up through his bike and blew him.
Yeah. My mom was working at a charity event. They were forcing them to continue working out in a golf field, and a lightning struck like.
Oh, in an open field, the place you're supposed to be for sure in a lightning storm. You know how like the number one place they say is you should be in an open field.
Yeah, yeah.
Zoe's stepdad still has electric powers from it.
Yeah, he set off, you know, those like little things that they have at like science centers and stuff that like measure the electricity in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He set one of those off really badly, and they were like, "Sir, can you please not?"
That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
This is a great fight.
I really like this fight. Like, it's probably one of my favorite video game bosses.
And you're on top of a mountain, like you can see, it's like a panorama. Like they didn't need to make sure that. Like, they didn't,
I actually, the first couple times I did this fight, I found it really difficult because the background is distracting. Like, you want to look at the
I love
vista.
that. It's kind of cool though because it frames it really well.
It definitely
so
does.
Bright, and he's so when you see him jump in the air like that, he's so dark compared to the background.
Yeah, not to mention, it changes for that second phase. Like, it's the snowstorm and the lightning and the... Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It represents his mindset really well, where he's, like, super composed during this part. And it's just, like, this little light snowfall, and then, like, at the very end, he's just going feral, he's shooting lightning at you.
I do love how you
feels
can
like
see
the
the
fight-
storm coming in the distance.
Yeah.
Like, if you were
I was
just
gonna say because of that, like you can see it coming, so it feels like they're fighting like in real time. Like it feels like the fight's taking a very long time.
Exactly.
Been at it all day, and like the storm's rolling in.
Yeah. And it just like,
This game
So
really
cool.
does a lot with a little. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, like, they're not heavy-handed with a lot of the stuff that they're doing. So when they are heavy-handed, it's like, oh, shit.
yeah,
Like, a lot of it's very low-key.
yeah.
So that when you see the giant snake, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's really great. It's very cinematic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I fucked that one up. Hi, Crispin. He's online. He's not in the stream. He's on
Ew.
PlayStation.
Fellow gamer.
Oh god. All right, second phase.
Let's go.
Second verse, same as the first. I love, by the way, they wait 1 second, and then they hit you with an unblockable attack. So that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, if I need to heal, you get, like, baited into it. It's so funny. Like,
Yeah.
this game is so, like, against you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They did it
And
again.
it's just like, it's so clear that they like thought through how the fight would look up to a certain point, and they're like, alright.
No, Liam, he distracted me! Liam just distracted me by sending a message.
Oh
Liam. Right when I needed to
That was
jump.
actually like a ingenious move. I'm not gonna lie, man.
That was so good, Liam. Liam, you should- Liam, you should clip that. That's a good moment for you, my man.
Wait, I got you.
Alright,
I think I'm.
I didn't think it'd work. It worked perfectly. I, like, literally looked away, and then when I looked back, he was electrocuting me.
You're such a troll. Oh my god.
That's so funny, dude.
Brutal.
Okay. Good.
Holy shit.
Oh, okay, perfect. I also like this area is just big enough where you constantly feel like you could get backed into a corner if you don't, like, if you give ground.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't hit me. Okay. Oh. Then when you get him back into the corner, it's like, ah, I did it. I used the surroundings.
Ew.
Ah. I'm begging. Oh, no. We're just about to end the fight. Or this phase. Yeah, I couldn't believe... Like, Liam couldn't have planned it because he's 15 seconds behind. But I can't
Yeah.
believe how well timed that was.
Like, no scoped.
Okay, I always forget.
Ooh. The look of the lightning, like, streaking off.
Oh, it's so good.
God.
Okay, we hit him.
That's so cool. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's honestly like I've never thought of someone doing that kind of a mechanic, especially in a game like
But
this
it's
fast
so
paced.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's
All right, we
super
got him.
smart. It forces you to like think on your feet like immediately.
I like this
the,
bit.
The bow almost looks like a second set of arms on his back when it's just like back there.
Yeah. Whew. I'm only like 5 secs. Yeah, I mean fair enough, but still.
It took me, I want you to know, most of that time to think of a title. I was like, what do I call this?
Oh, you could just call it like
I did clip it,
distraction.
by the way. I called it Evil Erlen.
Oh, that's fair. That's really good, actually.
あなたが勝ったのですね。
お主
争うつもりはありません。巫女の
This is what I mean, like how quiet they are.
源一郎殿、もしや落ち水を。
Evil Earlium. That's very funny.
Oh my god.
足名はこの国は俺のす
I like Genichiro because he is his like villain motivation is just that he wants to save his homeland.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of are like, damn, like you could have been the main character.
Yeah.
死人帰りか
Man, I can't believe you did. That's so smart.
Sorry, what's so smart?
The distraction is still hitting me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like frame perfect.
I thought your t-shirt had your logo on it, and I realized it's just because of where you're sitting.
What do you mean? It obviously does have my logo on it, especially if I crouch a little. I definitely have the money to make merch. I could kill a Pokemon right now. Think about this. Instead of killing or saving a Pokemon, you could hear 10 dad jokes. Right? Like, consider that.
For free, I'll tell you one not good, not dad joke.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hit me up.
Should have thought of a joke before.
Oh my god.
No, you can't. From outside the room, Eric's like, I got one. I don't want to hear it.
Sorry, I could not believe the. I'll tell you a dad joke for free. Oh, I should have thought about what a dad joke.
Well, you called my bluff.
Damn, I really should have thought about this.
I
Very
didn't
funny.
think this far ahead.
Count me
Do I
in, you
have
son
one
of
in
a
my
bitch.
notes app? That seems like something I'd have written down.
This is the funniest thing in the world to me. So they have a checkpoint right here, right? Let's see how long it takes us to get to the next checkpoint. Ready?
Oh wow.
It's like, come on, man. Like, I think I can walk the distance.
Yeah.
参りました
And now he's like, please, I want you to kill me.
父鉄できみこす
二度ある
みこす
そ英語のお
And then you're like, no. And he's like, yes. And you're like, damn. I don't know. I kind of have to consider his side now.
Yeah.
He didn't take no for an answer twice.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess I will kill you.
苦労さほみけ苦労さほみけ
Browse on frown.
串立ちについてだおこの足なのあおと苦労さほみ狼よとは
この
かつて私にこみなすおそとしてこのせ私あの狼
So, how is Final Fantasy 14 going, Andy?
Oh, good. I had paused for a little bit because I wanted to watch.
Yeah, that's fair.
一心様は
It's
ただ
fine.
屋根しあこちら
Good. Okay, now we need some environmental pathfinding. We need to go follow the smoke signals to get the Lord Ishin. It takes us 5 seconds, but hey. I appreciate it nonetheless.
ミコスムカス
Thank you. This is an interesting mechanic. You can find like sake throughout the game, just in, like in a couple different places. I think there's like maybe like 10 instances of sake, and you can give it to like any named NPC and hear more backstory about them. But like it's consumed.
That's cool.
Like so you can't see it all in one playthrough, which is a kind of interesting thing. Like I feel like most people would just look it up, but I just think it's interesting because it weirdly it feels like it has weight when there's only one, and you're like, I gotta choose who to give it to.
Yeah.
And you don't get anything out of it. It's just like you just learn more about someone.
It's fun.
Yeah. I've opened the library. Meet me there. Okay, but again, this is like 10 feet. You could just call out for me. You don't have to freak me out by like leaving a note.
戻り
一心様とは
Are you ready to hear some information that might upset you?
ミコス
でおこ
ありがとう
わかっ目をタケル様の留飲もまたそなたと共に生きるのだ
頂戴いたします
Now we get one additional revive. Because the game's like, hey, it's going to get a little freakier, a little harder from here on out.
目を開けて
Bud?
よいぞ
So, you know, we'll give you one extra revive.
そう一度
Also, I don't just like because it's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
You commissioned your like logo, right? Like
Yep.
commissioned art from someone.
It is, yeah.
So I don't. You can't sell it.
Yeah, that's correct. I believe
I'm pretty sure.
I believe I'll have to double check. Well, I mean, I'm not in the position to be making merch anyway in the first place, but I'd have to double check. But I believe I do have. I'm able to sell it in like limited quantities, just not mass produce it.
Right. Oh, you could do like.
I can do like,
Redbubble and
yeah,
get-
like
yeah,
because
use Redbubble
she
as, like, free printing, basically.
she like specializes in like small Twitch streamer stuff.
Okay,
So
yeah,
she has it like
perfect.
baked in that it's like you can like make some merch and stuff, but like you can't like mass produce it or anything like that.
Yeah, like limited run shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the but no, I mean that's a good instinct to have because that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
What is the approximate 1,000 on the stream?
Sorry?
It says Sekiro Shadows, approximately 1,000.
Yeah. It's Shadows Die Twice. Is the whole title. So I was like, we're gonna die approximately 1,000 times by the end of this game. That's the reference that I'm trying to. Oh my god! I didn't even realize.
You could just print stickers, Gem. Just not sell them. and
Yeah.
mail it to you. Like, go to Staples. Like, I feel like that's doable.
Definitely. I would agree. For sure.
I every day am so sad that I don't go to train.
Sorry,
I thought Choo Choo Train, and I wasn't around that day.
Wait,
No,
what?
I have no train. Next to your name, bitch. You have a little Choo Choo Train.
because
I'm
you were
sorry.
the hype train conductor.
Yeah.
What happened was,
Yeah,
I
I
believe what happened was when I first unlocked being able to get sub 2,
Yeah.
you were the first person to pull the trigger, and like 6 or 7 other people did, and that started a hype train.
Yeah.
And since then, everything else has been spread out. Like, most people still subscribe to me, which is A, ridiculous, but B, very appreciated. But because it's not
like,
like
when you
all at
record
once. Yeah, because it's not all at one time, it's not like a hype train, which is like the mechanic that they use
Yeah.
to track that kind of shit.
Jen has it too. I want it. So,
You're right, Ben does have it too.
You can have a little train in your heart.
The train in your heart is the only one that really matters. But I mean, you're right. I'm also, if it makes you feel any better, Zoe, I don't even get a train.
that's so sad.
It's my channel.
Why are we even doing this?
We just stopped streaming. Alright, anyway, we're gonna end the stream here.
Bye.
I'll see you guys later if I find out how to get a fucking train on my name. Until then, see ya.
I was catching the GO train today, and like at the station, it was like one of those situations where like I was leaving to go home, so I didn't really care like if I had to wait at the station. Like I was just sort of like, I'll show up, and if there's a train, I'll get on, and if
Right.
not, like I'll wait. I see the sign, and I was like, oh, the train leaves in like a minute. Okay, well, I'll just like head to the platform anyway, and just like maybe I'll get on, maybe I won't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like sort of walking fast.
Mm-hmm.
And the conductor sees me and starts waving me over, like waving me down, like run. And so I had to like bust out a little run.
Oh no, it's like,
I was like, this is, I hate you for doing this to me.
It's like
I'm
the,
you're trying to be nice.
it's like in university when someone hold the door open for you and you're like 30 feet away and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I'd rather wait 15 minutes, but okay. Like now I feel like I have to.
Yeah. There's a dude with a gun. I can't hit him with my shuriken from here. Alright. You've been dealt with. You've been cancelled, my friend. See, this is basically that first mini-boss we fought against. But he's gonna respawn when we get to a checkpoint. Like he's just here.
I feel like the worst case scenario is just they see you running and are like, nope.
Oh, I had the worst scenario of like it was like late at night. I just finished my shift at work at the sculpture studio on campus, and I was going to get my bus. The bus driver was sitting there, and I literally got up to the doors. He closed them in my face. I was literally like about to get on, closed them in my face, and drove off.
What the fuck?
I was like, dude, why?
I feel like the bus drivers on campus like hate their life, so I don't know what it is. I think like
I
what
know.
I do, it's too busy. Like they need more drivers.
Yeah.
But, like,
For sure.
The way that they choose to react to that is to be so mean. Like,
I know.
I've had a driver they took away my bus pass and were like, what's the number? Because they didn't believe that it was mine.
Oh
Because
my
I
god.
looked-
Bro, I would literally be like,
Like,
honestly,
look back.
keep it. I don't know what the fuck my number is.
That's
I
fine.
did it memorized, and I literally just like spat it back at her, like because I had it memorized.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, she literally was like, well, I didn't know that like the person behind you didn't pass you their card. And I was like, I literally just looked at another person. Like I didn't even turn to say anything to them. I just looked at the person. Like I heard something and I looked behind me.
Wow.
And like that's like, oh, ugh. Western.
And like, I hate to say it. This is like the same take I have when it's like, oh, someone's stealing from the department stores. Like, who's it really hurting if I ride the bus?
It's not hurting anyone.
Right?
Literally,
Like, you know,
not a big deal.
who is the ultimate sufferer? Is it the bus pass paying student, because they're still paying?
Yeah.
It's the
You know?
same as like the transit cops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I like genuinely like do not try to like comment on other people's life choices, but I don't understand how you can be a transit cop
Yeah.
and not like feel like a despicable person. Like your entire job is to harass and arrest people for not paying $3.25 to ride the subway, which is going where it's going anyway.
Yeah.
Literally. Man, the thing I would have so much problems with especially campus buses and like in and around campus was like bus drivers being like so fucking ableist. Like I would have bus drivers like take off before I could go and sit. Like for those of you who have not met me in life, I walk with a cane, and usually have like knee braces on pretty often. And so I will like get on the bus and like need to sit near the front, and they will just like fucking like take off, and I'm like, dude, I've already had 2 concussions. I do not need a third.
Yeah, literally.
Wait the 3 seconds for me to sit down.
Oh my god, it's so like it should be so obvious that like they have to train them not to do that, right? Like that must
Literally.
be a policy.
You would
And,
think
like,
so.
like, oh. The thing that also would suck ass would be like the students on the buses would also be the worst, because like it would be in the morning and I get on, I'm very visibly disabled, and there'd be people like all the seats would be taken and there'd be people staring at me but would not get up
Yeah.
to like offer me a seat, and then just be like confused when I eventually fall, and it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Come on, get up.
Like
I can't get up.
I also like universities just in general, like kind of based off of like what Jem's saying in chat, like ticketing people, and like they charge so much for parking spots. Like it should you're paying to go there. Like you should not be paying for that. It should be your student pass. Like,
Yeah, I totally agree.
hi Julian.
literally.
Hey, Julian.
Julian!
Buddy, how are you? Yeah, no, my girlfriend and I don't know why I say my girlfriend and I, like everybody doesn't know who Aislinn is, but Aislinn and I, when we were at Brock, we split a parking pass, photocopied it and laminated it, and they just never knew.
Oh my god, that's genius.
Yeah. Because, like, they're never going to scan every fucking parking pass, right? Like,
No.
if you had scanned it, it would have shown that it wasn't my license plate, like, registered for it. But there's just no fucking way. Like, you look at it's the same, it's the right, like, exact thing. There's just no way you're going to be like, oh, we should just scan this one.
That's so smart.
So, that's how we got half price parking.
Julian, how was your day? What's one nice thing that happened to you today? We're being negative. I don't want to be negative.
I will say, as a fun note, for Em, if they're still here, and Jem and Andy, I showed Julian a part of the opening kind of speech of the D&D Greek myth campaign, and I think he enjoyed the vibes quite a bit. I think he
I'm
was
so
very
excited for that fucking campaign. I'm so excited what I'm doing with that character.
Oh, me too.
Like,
Me too. You're doing a lot.
I'm also like so excited to just like play with everyone.
Yeah. No,
and, like,
I'm really excited. It's
You're
very
gonna have
good.
multiple
Thank you.
cars in a single pass. That's very nice.
That is really nice. that's almost unbelievable.
Use their unfinished degree.
Classics.
I love that.
Hey Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Hello.
Are you telling me that? Wait, it says the gate is sealed firmly shut. I can move the wood thing. No? No? Positive?
No, it's firmly shut.
But I assume
Stop it. It's sealed firmly. I like it's like
Said
no.
Also, this is kind of where the game like really opens up. Like before, there was like 2 areas you could go to. Now there's like 8.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So pardon me if I'm like looking around for a little while, trying to figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to be going.
You're all good.
That's fair. We're complaining about parking, which is objectively the most conversation we could be.
It's objectively the most interesting thing we can talk about.
Yeah. I mean, I also go to Sheridan, but I have to commute on public transit. And I will say, the way that the system is set up, there's a lot of things that are messed up about like Ontario Transit.
Yeah.
But like the way that it is set up is it is just simple enough that you can zone out on the commute. And I was like, oh thank God.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of show up and you're like, what platform? And there's a big sign that's like, are you going west? And you're like, maybe.
I could be. I could be convinced.
I literally, like, you just show up and, like, it says your line at Union, and it's like, go here. And I'm like, okay, good. And you go there, you get on, you get off, it's the same ticket for the bus. The bus says in big letters Sheridan, you're like, perfect. I was like, I'm so glad this isn't slightly more complicated because I'm already getting up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna be so confused.
Yeah.
I think this is where I'm supposed to go, which is not the most intuitive, but yeah, this is it. Oh, wait, we gotta open this door. See, this is what I wanted.
I guess 5, forcing you to navigate a subway system.
Yeah, it's very funny, actually. Persona 5, right before they give you fast travel, they're like, actually, first you have to solve the Japanese transit system.
Hold on.
Just one time. Only once.
I was on the subway with friend of the stream, Maddie. And literally they were like, oh yeah, so I think the best thing to do, like it probably makes the most sense if we just get off at like Spadina and then we can take the one. And I was like, cool. I waited a really long time because they were kind of talking, like figuring out where we were gonna go. And I felt bad because I kind of waited a really long time, like I waited for them to finish. And they were like, yeah, that's the best thing to do. And I was like, cool, I'm glad you figured that out. So let you know, we are going in the completely wrong direction. Like we are moving away from Spadina.
That's very funny.
And they just kind of like looked up, like looked at the sign, and we were like, oh.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
I don't want to interrupt your train of thought, but we are moving away from our destination.
I get it. Train of thought. That's good.
That sounds like some like calm ass like timeline.
And then we got off and we were like, that's fine. We just like went over to the other side, and then the train got stopped. Like it was, we were stuck there. We were like, why?
Grapple. Grapple. Grapple.
Grapple. Grapple.
Grapple.
We were also
Have you
talking about oh, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, have you ever eaten a grapple?
Like a Granny Smith apple?
I don't know what that is.
No, it's a apple genetically modified to taste like a grape.
No, that's horrendous.
apple?
Science has gone too far.
Yeah. I've had them before. It's really cool. It's like an apple, but it tastes like grape. It's
Honestly,
so weird.
Have you ever had a cucumber melon?
I feel
No,
like
but I want
It's cucumber and it tastes like melon.
I hate that. I feel like we call it here
I
for
want
fruit and
it all.
veggies. Like I feel like, you know what, we've got enough. We're probably good. Like I appreciate the hard work.
No.
Science.
I know people. I know people have also genetically modified. I think it was grapes to taste like cotton candy.
I've had one of those.
That's weird.
Which
Fuck
fucked the absolute shit up with that. I love cotton candy.
Scientists were too busy asking if they could when they needed to ask if they should.
Exactly.
Truer words have not been spoken, Jem.
The plot of the movie Reanimator. And every other movie with scientists in it.
Terminator 2. It's those two movies.
The thing I was gonna say is that for people who don't live in Toronto, me and my friends who grew up in Toronto were talking about the path, which is a system of tunnels underneath Toronto.
Yeah.
Designed to like, so it's basically like shopping centers that are connected, but also like office buildings and stuff, and like kind of tunnels connecting different buildings. So you'll be in like a mall, basically like a commercial center or whatever, and then you'll just like keep going down like through a tunnel and down some stairways, and then you'll just be in like a different department store or something. But it's all underground, and it's like designed to keep you out of the cold in the winter.
Mm.
And it is the most scary place I have ever been in my entire life. When you're in those
Oh my
tunnels,
God.
you genuinely feel like you're never getting out.
I've heard stories of people accidentally ending up in the hospital through those tunnels.
Dude, I feel that way about fucking what's that one mall? Square One. I get scared in Square One, dude. There's like no windows.
Also, yeah, as Eric pointed out, it is called the Path, all caps, which is terrifying.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah.
James, that's funny. That's a good idea.
It'd be so much fun, Jem. Jem said, "Oh man, I really want to go urban exploring with y'all. Just wander through some abandoned malls. That would be
One
so
of my
much
brothers
fun."
is an urban, or he's like, well, he's not really an urban he's like a, what do you call it, when people explore abandoned buildings? Urban explorer, I guess.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
that's
Yeah.
so fun.
Or he used to. He has kids now, he doesn't really do it so much. But he used to do it a lot.
I've always wanted to do that, but also like, I have bad balance,
Yeah.
so I'd have to
Also,
be extra
that is
careful.
what the path feels like. You're like,
Yeah.
where am I? Where could I be? Am I in Silent Hill? What's happening? And then
Yeah,
you turn
no.
a corner and you see like
It sounds
a
very
Fidget
like
Taylors, and you're like, oh, what?
it sounds very like liminal space, but mixed with like capitalism.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like when you're down there. Like I was like the like Manulife Center, which is like a mall that has like a Indigo, like Barnes and Noble, and like a audio radio kind of like electronic store and like a couple other things.
Yep.
I go in there a lot on my way home because like it's kind of halfway from other places and there's a bathroom in there. So I go to pee in there a lot, and then I'm like, oh, I'm already downstairs. Instead of like going back up the stairs and crossing the street, I'll take the path to get to the other side of the street and then come out. And like every single time I'm down there, all I can think is that there are people who work here. Like I'll go by and there'll be like a store, and it's not like one of like a convenience stores. It's like a store like with a specific customer base. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you, like, you work down here every single day. People come down here on purpose to buy things. I didn't even know this was here until I got lost one time.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
You'll, like, walk by Starbucks and be like, how could there be a Starbucks? Like, I don't know what SH3 is.
Silent Hill 3, I think?
Silent Hill 3.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I did just say silent. Okay.
Okay, I didn't realize it was already.
You lost.
I didn't realize it was already 9:30. I feel like we're probably at a decent spot to like call it. I know it sucks calling it early,
Yeah.
but like we just finished like a major segment of the game.
Circling.
I've been circling. I just realized where I'm supposed to go, but then it's like I was kind of thinking like, okay, I could either start this new area and get like
Or just,
10
like- minutes
minutes in, or we could call it now and then save that all for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do.
What a cool game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
really
really
fun.
cool so far.
We're really still in like the normal shit. We're about to get to the whack shit next.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, stay tuned.
Love that.
My favorite area of the game is the next one we're going to.
Nice.
It's super cool. It's like a monastery in the mountains. It's really, really cool. Eric, when you say it like that, it looks like a slur.
Dylan.
It looks like you're trying
It
to
does.
like censor a slur.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the word that you think it is.
No, no.
I have literally no earthly idea what it could be.
It's my last name.
On either way.
It's my last name.
I'm so bad at spelling.
Dylan Lovers.
Dylan Lovers. Perfect. Good night, all you
Hi.
Dylan Lovers. On that note, I gotta leave before I get banned. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming in. We'll be back on Wednesday with more Sekiro.
Bye.